It's Thursday night, and you're tuned into Everything I Touch, I Enjoy. Tonight's guest is going to be Leslie Keffer and Val Martino, and Chrissy Marie Jones is going to follow them in the second hour. We're going to kick off tonight's broadcast with a video by Leslie called Boreal. Please enjoy. Yeah, hell yeah. All right, folks. Before I give the reins of the show over to Val and Leslie, I just wanted to give a shout out to Carlos. His new comic, Wasp Video Express. It's full of gags, one-liners, and jokes where you're forced to ask where exactly was the humor in that at all. And you can find that at Wasp Video Roadhouse at bigcartel.com. Go ahead and drop $1 in the man's bucket get a comic with that said. Without further ado, I want to introduce our first guest tonight, Leslie Keffer and Val Martino. Take it away.
Hello.
Hey.
We're back
Hello. How's it going?
I'm good. How about you?
Pretty good. Well, let's jump right in. So we just saw the video. Can you kind of like describe like how you came about with this video and the sound for it, and then we'll get into the record.
The song, I kind of was writing it after I had some seizures. I have epilepsy, so I was kind of writing this song trying to make it sound how like a seizure felt sometimes. And so when I made the video, I wanted to show like neurons going off in the brain and the static that I like hear and feel when I glitch out during a seizure. I was just really trying to like make a seizure musical and visual, not just like internal.
Wow.
So
so you have not played music in a little while. It's been a hot minute, and now you're like you're coming back with a vengeance. You've been producing a lot of stuff, and now you have like a 2-part record that just came out, right?
Yeah, like a week or so ago.
So what inspired you to come back and to start creating again on that level, like musically?
I needed a break, so I took 10 years off and kind of regrouped and kind of recollected myself. And I grew a lot during those 10 years. And I kind of didn't know if I ever would play again. And then I moved out here like 5 years ago out in the wilderness in the middle of nowhere. It's really beautiful. And I would just hike all the time. And I kind of started getting inspired by the forest and the woods again. So I wanted to I would come home and I would just write songs and they kind of just came out of me, not like I didn't have to force anything with them. And I think it was all like the spirit energy of the woods. So, and I named the album Human Inosculation because inosculation is when 2 trees like grow into each other and become like, the same tree. And I like the idea of like, if I could inosculate with a tree and be part of the forest and feel all those energies and stuff. So the songs are kind of like all related to that theme.
Awesome. Yeah. I mean, like, I just think it's like so like cool that you've just like now you're back on social media and you've been just putting like all of your releases on Bandcamp, which is so cool. Something I've always wanted to do, and I've tried, and I just get like so like I can't do this. This is a lot.
It's so tedious. It's really tedious. I don't have a job, so I have time to sit there and like upload things. But
well, I mean, you have more patience than me. Yeah, it's really cool to hear a lot of your old work that. I do believe I do have a bunch of your CDs and tapes and stuff, but to just everything's so digital now.
Yeah.
I have another question for you. So you did a 2-parter.
Yeah.
Human Inosculation. There's part 1 and part 2.
Yeah.
But they're coming out together. Is it the same album?
Yeah, it just kind of like felt like 2 parts to me. And I thought like 16 songs on one thing was too long. And I kind of just, it tells like a story for me, and having a part 1 and a part 2 like separates the 2 stories, I guess. Because some of it, the album also deals with a lot of grief from losing my cat this summer. So some of the songs on part 2 are a lot about like the grieving stuff with him and how I felt during that time period. So that seemed like separate than the more happier songs, say, on part 1, less like pensive, I guess.
Yeah, I guess I could see that. I mean, like from listening to them a few times now. Well, okay, so we just watched the video for Boreal, and which is my favorite song off of part 2.
That is so cool. Thank you.
And my favorite song on part 1 is Fertile.
Oh, that's awesome. I think Fergal's like a nice down tempo chiller.
I like the like kind of more like, it's not weird, but like, it's like, I don't know. I really liked it. And then when I looked it up, it's like the running time on it is 3 minutes and 33 seconds, which I've told you, I've been seeing triple numbers like all the fucking time.
Oh my
It's
gosh,
like,
that's crazy.
yeah, it's like pretty insane. So I was like, of course I picked this song.
You would.
It's
You
just
have
like this like running theme in my life right now. I mean, hopefully it means something good, but we'll find out. Yeah. Yeah, and what kind of gear have you been using lately? Like for that record?
I still use 2K Oscillator Pros and a Korg micro synth and a Korg Voca Beats. Sorry, I stuttered on that. And I make 8 loops, and then I use my K oscillators kind of like an 8-track, and I play them live. So like taking away tracks and adding them as I play the song. So all the songs are played live. It's not recorded on a computer or not made on Ableton or anything like that. I don't know how to use software like that. So sometimes people think it is made on computers, but I have no idea how to do that. So I still have my K oscillators.
All hardware.
Yeah. Someday I'd like to learn how to use it or get a copy of Ableton, because it seems like the possibilities are like endless that you could do. But Rat would probably kill me because he's got that no computers rule. So we'll see what I do.
Well, I mean, that's so crazy to like kind of hear you say, because like, I mean, I'm like with you where I'm like, I'm hardware or bust or whatever. But but you've been getting so much into like AI artwork and all of the stuff that you talk about. Like, I mean, you're into like cryptocurrencies and NFTs and like all this like metaverse stuff that like you talk about, and I'm like, okay.
I just have this like perverse like curiosity about it, I guess. I don't know like if I'm supposed to like it or not like it, or I'm just fascinated with it, and I'm still trying to just like understand all of it to see how I like my stance on it. But I think it's definitely going to be the future. So I want to like know what it's about and how to navigate it, you know?
Well, I plan on learning all of my stuff from you, so keep learning. You just give me, I'm so lost with all of that stuff. Like, I don't know. I feel like if cryptocurrency had come out when I was 15 and like, on like the computer doing all that stuff and like learning, whatever the basic, like, I feel like I would probably be like a billionaire right now, would have figured it out. But yeah, like, I don't know. Now I'm just like, I don't know. It's like learning a foreign language.
It is really like,
I'm showing my age.
Terms and words. Like I didn't just like pick up on it by like just like being smart at computers. Like I read article after article after article about how to like what crypto was and NFTs and all that. So I think I have like a basic understanding now, but I'm still not a pro yet.
Yeah, but like speaking of like your AI artwork, aren't you coming out with a book or something?
That's the plan. I'm like working on getting it published, and I'm hoping maybe by next month I'll have it out. It's going to be it's called My Body, My Temple, and it's 30 AI generated art pieces I did, and it's takes you through the process of trauma and PTSD and how the symptoms and the experience of a trauma survivor goes through. And then also the trauma survivor's experience with healing from it and using trauma therapy and somatic experiencing to heal from the trauma. So it kind of is a reflection on those two things. So I'm really excited about it.
Yeah, I'm like, oh my god, like so like your music, like is that, I mean, I'm assuming that the music that you're making now is part of that healing process.
Definitely. Like I often write music when I come back from like trauma therapy and stuff. It kind of like I'm get into this headspace there that's really like pure and like kind of like from like the, you know, inside myself, like I'm actually like being me and seeing me as I am, so I can go out and like put that into music and it's like more genuine, I feel like. But yeah, I use music in my art a lot to deal with my PTSD, and it coincides with the trauma therapy I go through, and it's helped me a lot.
I think like this is like an interesting question, and like I know like you and I have talked about this ourselves, about music and writing music coming from a place of like, you know, like like creative outlet in terms of like getting over but like dealing with trauma and like healing yourself. And I've kind of struggled with this myself. Like how much do you think it's important that the people that listen to your music like know that it comes from a place of like, say, like you coming from trauma?
You know, I would have probably of 10 years ago been like, oh, that's not important. But I think it is important for me now because I really am healing from it so much with these therapies and through like making music and art, that if any of it like could get someone else in that space where they could seek those things that could help them. Because I remember feeling so lonely and not having anyone to talk to and not even understanding my symptoms or realizing what they were for years. So it really like screwed me up for a long time. And I think if like I talk about it with the music or I talk about it in my art book, like it might, I don't know. Maybe it would just help or like help me kind of heal too, just to have my story like out and it not be like all stuck inside, like buried away.
I do think it's like important to be able to like at least put it out there. It doesn't have to resonate with everybody. Like it's like, oh, if you listen to my music, like you don't need to like get these aspects that like I, you know, put into it. But if it's out there, then the people who it does resonate for, it gives them a place to like connect.
Oh,
whereas like other people can just like listen to it and be like, this is a banging fucking record. And, like, good job, you know? And it's like, fuck yeah, that is just as healing as like,
I agree,
fantasizing through creating music.
And I also think when someone does like respond and tell me they like a song off it or something, that like part of me that had to come out that needed healed is like became something beautiful or something that someone else could appreciate aesthetically, and it wasn't just like festering inside of me anymore. It like
Absolutely
makes it feel better.
I mean, it's also nice when anybody says that your music's good. You're like, oh, yeah. You're like, thank you. You made my day.
Totally.
Do you recognize this here? Can you see it?
Is it the unicorn picture?
That you got me?
Yeah. It's really small on my screen, but that's
yeah. Nice. Well, yes. It's
sweet.
Like a needle point, like something you found at a thrift store, and you gave it to me. Like I guess it was like right before. It was like right as I joined a sculpture tour, and you guys must have picked me up somewhere. And you were like, "Hold on, I have something for you." And it was like in the back of the rental car the entire time.
Oh, I'm surprised I didn't throw it away. You threw my Spanish, like, isn't that called Spanish moss that hangs on the trees down in like Texas and Florida? I took a bunch of that and put it in a bag in the trunk to take home and put in a terrarium, and he threw it away.
I remember that.
I was upset. I was like, you could have just thrown it outside. It's a living thing. Like, why'd you throw it away?
Oh my God. So crazy. I was like, I was just thinking about like how long you've been playing, and like you started in 2003, right?
Yeah.
That was the year I started. And so we met each other in Providence at Female Noise Fest.
Yes, we did.
At the Safari Lounge.
Yeah. All I remember is that big snake.
There was a big snake, yeah. I was like actually thinking about this a lot earlier today because this was coming up and stuff, and I was just, I don't know, I was like thinking about you and things to ask you. And yeah, I was thinking about like Female Noise Fest and like how like kind of like crazy that of a time that was, and like remember like, so obviously, you know, we said yes to playing this, and I said yes mostly like back then because I didn't know a lot of women that were playing in our little world. And you know, I wouldn't even know if I would call it a community back then. It was just like, I felt like a foreigner in this, like just trying to like, you know, whatever. And then it was like that, actually like that fest was when I met like people that I, you know, I still know to this day, you know, you obviously, and you know, other people, and like it was cool. I mean, I remember like after playing, you know, people coming up to me and being like, "Oh, wow, that's so fascinating what you're doing." Like, you know what it reminds me of is like this guy and this guy, and like these, just like all of these pretentious people you've definitely never heard of before. and I was like, okay, and you know, I was just like took it and like whatever. And then it was like after that, you know, it actually got like a lot of backlash because, you know, there was like one side was like, yeah, why can't we like just like come together and like network with each other and be like, yeah, because it was like fucking hard back then to be like a chick doing shit or whatever. Now it's like a completely different story, thank God. But then there was like the backlash was like, oh, why are you having a female fest? Like, or and like it was coming from like men and women, like dudes were saying that. And then also girls being like, well, I mean, I don't want to be like just a female artist. I just want to be an artist. And it's like, I mean, I think said that at some point. And I look back and I'm like, it's so dumb. Like, who cares? Like just do your thing. And like, you know, like why not like support each other when, you know, it's every show was like a fucking like all dudes and maybe you know.
Yeah, I always liked playing like all female shows because like you said, like it wasn't like, you notice the bills there'd be like all guys except for like one, you know, act with a female in it or something. At like when I first started, I wasn't playing that many shows, but that's how it was. So when I got to play those shows, I was always super excited. I mean, INC felt like that to me too, for sure. Like there's always so many female performers there.
That was honestly one of the like best things about INC is that was like you were able to have diversity without like bringing attention to it.
Yeah.
You know? And yeah, that was always like super cool to me. And, you know, as time's gone on and stuff, you know, it's obviously much different. And there's like tons of amazing people in general doing really rad shit all together. So,
yeah.
Yeah.
What up? What up? Jumping in here, folks. We're going to play another video by Leslie. And of course, as always, if you have a question for tonight's guests, throw it in the chat or text me if you know my phone number, and I will relay these questions to our guests. We're going to play another video. This one is called Lobelia. You know what? Lobelia. Lobelia.
That video I made, like, I made that video because I wanted to, when I wrote that song, I felt like I should be playing it like in an 80s like dance club. So I searched for this 80s footage, and it I wanted it to feel like I was playing Churchill's at INC, but in the 80s. So that was the inspiration for that video.
Wow, that's heavy. Oh yeah. Do you remember when we saw that Chupacabra on tour?
Yeah. One of the most important nights of my life.
That was the most insane thing I've ever seen in my entire life to this day.
Yeah,
Should we describe it?
Yeah, like we were driving from
Austin
to Houston.
Well, okay, so yeah, we played 2 shows that day.
Yeah.
We played Houston and then went immediately to Austin and played Austin that night. Right. And instead of staying, because we were going to LA, but we had like a day in between, we started driving at like 11:30 at night or something, like something crazy. Yeah, and I was driving, and I drove all the way through like Texas until the morning, but we were somewhere in West Texas at like 2:30 in the morning, and it was just Rat was sleeping in the back of the Impala.
Yeah, for one.
You and I were in the front. We're chatting about like whatever. And all of a sudden, this fucking creature comes out of nowhere.
And he's like slowly like walking like this. Like, we're like, is that a coyote? Is that a dog? No. And then it goes.
Right in front of the car. No, it happened so fast, but it seemed like it was in slow motion. And then he literally went like, and then just like darted off. And we were both like, what the fuck was that? Like, what the fuck was that? It was the most insane thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
We got a question from the chats from Rob Beckham, from the homie Rob Beckham. He wants to say that Temple is legitimately one of, if not the best, new age meditation co-pilot albums I've heard in a long time. What's the inspiration for it? What is the inspiration for Temple?
Oh, that is so nice. Like, I'm all warm and fuzzy. Like, thanks, Rob. That was kind of about my spiritual journey with, I started doing Kundalini yoga and meditation a few years back, and it really like changed my life and the way I handle things and deal with like things internally. And so the album was just kind of me trying to describe that giving up of yourself to a higher power. So kind of like invoking it and then giving up, like offering devotion and just like the mystery of it all and like the gratitude for it. So it's kind of like my spiritual CD, I guess. So I hope that answers it.
Hell yeah. Thank you, Rob.
Yeah, thank you. That's so nice.
Yeah, what a sweetheart. Wow. See, it feels good to get compliments.
Yeah, it does. I'm like sweating a little bit.
You deserve it. Oh my God.
I'm so flattered.
Yeah, I'm really happy that you're doing a lot better now. I mean, I know you're still like kind of on your journey of like some things that you've been like physical things that you've been dealing with, but I know my life is a lot like richer with like having like reconnected with you. I mean, not recently, but like in somewhat recent past.
Yeah, no, I feel the same way.
Year, so.
I had to keep the sisterhood alive.
Yeah. For sure. My gosh. Well, like, I had something else I was going to ask you.
Oh, we got another question from the chat.
All right.
This time from Hex Pillar. When you jumped back into the creative process, Leslie, did you spend any time with your work from the previous 10 years, or was it a totally clean slate?
That was a totally clean slate. I actually hadn't listened to any of my music until just recently when I started uploading stuff to Bandcamp. So it had been at least 10 years since I had like really listened to anything that I had done or anything, because it brought up too many memories and longing of the past, longing to be in Nashville, living that life where booking shows and having friends coming through all the time and playing. And it just was too hard for me to like have those memories. But I can now. But yes, it was a clean slate I started with.
Awesome.
Hell yeah.
Does anyone else have any questions they want to ask Leslie?
There's a beautiful like 15-second lag between the request and usually when people hear it on YouTube. So folks, don't be shy, jump right in, both feet, and be heard. But yeah, take it away, y'all.
Cool. I mean, I guess like we could talk about.
Oh, we got another question from the chats.
Okay.
Oh, we got a couple. From Gary down in Richmond. Ask Leslie how she sources her AI paintings.
Excellent question.
Well, how I make them is I have this app that you put in words or phrases, and then you hit enter and it generates these images for you. So I kind of spend hours, literally, like it's really ridiculous how much time I spend doing this, but I sit in there and I figure out what words generate what styles or colors. And then I can like, I write down those words until I start getting like this. So the words I find the styles for start creating the images that are in my head. So like, I'll know a certain word makes like tendrils or something. So I'll use that, but I want it to be a different color. So I have to find another like word or phrase to change the color of it. So yeah, it's actually a lot. It's a lot of time that I put into it. But
We have another question, this time from Tennessee. Bridget would like to know if you have favorite new or discovered gear.
my Korg Volca Beats. It's like the best drum machine ever. It's really intuitive, and I learned it in like a day. It wasn't anything like other drum machines have always kind of went over my head, and I think it makes really cool sounds. So I'm in love with it.
Oh yeah.
All right, you chatters, keep those questions coming. Gonna throw the floor back. Gonna throw the floor back to the guests now until another chat question emerges.
What do you want to talk about, Leslie?
Oh yikes! I guess I don't know.
We got another chat question. Luckily. This time from Philadelphia. Can you publish the source poetry someplace? Would love to see that in relation to the images. Any plans to do that?
I think people would be very, very disturbed if they knew what words I used to generate this stuff. I'm not even kidding. Like, I think my boyfriend thinks I've been saying it's kind of maybe like I don't know. Like it's like innards is probably my favorite word that I use. If that gives you any idea of what. But yeah, I guess it's weird poetry. But it's like a lot of graphic stuff.
Too insane for public consumption, folks.
Yeah.
Sorry, you're just too young. We got another question, this time from good old Providence, Rhode Island. When are y'all gonna collab again?
Oh, we've talked about it.
Yeah,
we're trying to figure out
someday.
Yeah, we've talked about it. Logistic wise.
Yeah, I got to get you to come visit.
Yeah, definitely. I'd love to. Absolutely.
And work on some stuff.
You heard it here first, folks.
We do work really well together. I don't work well with everybody, so
That's how I am too. Like I feel like it comes just flows when I do it with you. It's not, I don't get all like uptight or feel like I'm not doing something right. It just works.
Yeah, I know it. We have a pretty special friendship, I think. After touring the country multiple times, having to deal
30
with
days at a time, multiple cities a day.
both having to deal with a rat on a daily basis.
Yeah, right. Oh my gosh.
That'll bond any two girls together.
Definitely. That rat bastard. He knows how to bond some girls.
Yeah. Yeah, he taught us a lot though, honestly.
That's definitely true. I told him the other day in a text that I was his disciple and he didn't write me back.
I had no idea why.
Yeah, he's still
probably like, what the fuck? No, he loves you. Absolutely.
Yeah, I love him too.
Didn't he? He's the one that mastered your record.
Oh yeah, Rat mastered this record and Temple. Mm-hmm. So he did me a solid. He did a really good job.
Yeah, absolutely. My God.
Oh, that's another thing. Roger Stella and I might be releasing something this year. Some type of CD or vinyl or tape. We're not sure what yet, but we're hoping that will be out somewhat soon. Huh?
When was that recorded?
2007 we did it. It was supposed to be on the No Fun label, but then it didn't get done in time before they closed. So yeah, I think we're working on that now. So that's really exciting.
How many times did you play No Fun?
3. I played with Roger and Thurston and by myself the first time. So I'm pretty sure like water from the pipes above my head were dripping on me when I played down in the basement while I played. And I was like, oh no, my mixer board.
Yeah. A lot of things happened in that basement.
Right.
I forget what year that you played that with that, but there was like that one year I played with Arlstein and Newton lost a tooth. Aaron Hibbs was like hanging from one of the pipes, which could be why it was going down.
Yeah, that's funny.
Oh my God. So many crazy times.
Definitely.
You got a shout out from Josh Levi for Noise Bloyd. Noise Bloyd got a shout out.
Oh no.
Oh, thank you. Noise Bloyd was fun while it lasted.
Yeah, we would definitely get canceled now. So
yes, we would definitely be canceled now. Noise Bloyd was over the top.
Yeah, that was
totally wouldn't be okay nowadays. I don't think.
No.
But not to sound old, those were different times.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I have like a kind of a love-hate relationship with that whole thing. Like it was fun because like it was something that you like, you know, that we were doing or whatever, but I don't know. It was I don't really understood, I guess, like really like I don't think either one of us really understood like how to really do it in a way that I don't know. It was like supposed to be fun, and then it was like always people being mad at us, which is justified looking.
It wasn't all the time, but it did happen sometimes, you know. But a lot of times, I do remember more times than that people were like wanting us to write something about them. So,
ooh, thank God we did it.
We think
we definitely heard a lot of gossip. Not a lot that we heard more gossip than we published.
Like yeah, that's like the stuff we have to take to our graves. But the people would tell us stuff because they would, like, you know, because we were noise void, and I don't know if they ever thought they would tell us stuff that there was no way we could like do that to someone and post it online.
Which is why it was always like ridiculous stuff being published.
Yeah, a lot of it was just made up. It was like a half truth. Like half of it was true and half of it was a lie. That way no one would ever be too upset about it or anything.
No, barely any truth.
Yeah, a lot of it was straight up lies, but there was some truth things, but
oof. Well, thanks for that flashback. Anybody else?
Getting a lot of love for Noiseboy in the chats.
Oh, well, I mean, no, I'm glad that like people like are reminiscing about it in like a positive light.
Oh yeah.
Because definitely Leslie and I have had many conversations about it nowadays and being like,
I was like, we were kind of bullies. Like
no, we weren't. We weren't bullies. We got treated like we were bullies.
Yeah.
But like anytime anybody had a problem with anything, like what do we do? Like apologize and like take it down.
That's true.
Like the last thing that we wanted was like to
hurt anyone's feelings.
Yeah, no, that was never the intention.
We got a question from St. Louis. Josh Levi would like to know, Val, how did it feel to play live again?
Oh, like the other day, I guess is what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah. Oh, it was amazing. So I had played my first like live show the end of last year. And so then I just played one this past weekend, and yeah, it was amazing, and I killed it, and people came out, and it was like, obviously it's like how it's always so cool to like get your gear out and, you know, hear it over like amazing like loudspeakers and just get in that groove and just like create and like give it and like hope that it resonates. And then when it does and people are like, yo, that's fucking awesome, you're like, oh yeah, I can live another day. You know, like, no, it just gives you life, you know. It's like what we're built for and like what we're born for, and like what really drives us is like that creative energy, and not just making music but being able to share it and like have a cathartic experience while also like maybe giving somebody else a cathartic experience, or at least an enjoyable moment. So yeah, it's great.
We got a funny chat comment. I always assumed Noisebloid was Blomirth lyrics put to paper.
I mean, no one said it's not. So we'll take that to
he was a writer at one point for it.
Yeah, he might have had something to do with some of it.
Keep the dream alive, folks. Leslie, how would you feel about playing a third video?
It sounds good.
Okie dokie. Folks, we're going to listen and watch a final and third video tonight of Leslie's. And while we do that, of course, dream up a question or two for our two guests. Of course, you can ask Val or Leslie or both. Anything that your heart desires, and they'll answer. With that said, here comes the third video. And this one is titled Diaphragm.
Okay,
All right.
That video is called Diaphragm, and it's about one time I was getting my body work done, and my doctor was going down my meridian lines with his finger like this, and he came over an area of my body, and I started feeling all this grief and just like crying. And I was like, what's underneath it, there that you're touching? Like, what organ? And he was like, your diaphragm. So I came home and I looked up what emotions are stored in the diaphragm, and it was actually grief and despair. And it was like exactly what I felt when he was touching them. So the video is kind of about how like life goes on in its thing with everything like growing and the mycelium eating things and decaying things and things coming back to life. And that's why there's like shots of the diaphragm in the video and the diaphragm being dissected and like on a dead body, not to be gross, but to like show that there's beauty in death as well as life. And it's okay to have those despair feelings. But once you kind of like see it that way, it's a lot easier to accept and like heal from the despair. So that's what that video's concept kind of came from.
It's pretty wild. It's crazy to have that happen to you.
Yeah.
Instantly,
I have weird stuff like that.
Instantly feel like that sense of grief by someone just like touching a certain part of you.
Yeah, it was pretty intense.
Looks like we've got Kevin Cunningham in the chats.
Happy birthday, Kevin! I love you.
I love you too. It's been too long.
Does anyone else have any questions for us? They're all out.
Folks, fire away. This will be your last opportunity to say what's up and interact. Call any kind of knowledge, information that you want to from our illustrious guests.
Mm-hmm.
It's been really fun talking with you guys tonight.
Yeah, absolutely.
And hearing everybody like in the chat room and talking to us, it feels really cool to like, I feel like I'm at a show socializing with everybody.
I have a question. How can our viewers find your new music online?
You can find it if you go to my Wheat New Records Bandcamp page. You can get it there on Bandcamp, or the CD's not for sale on Bandcamp, but on Bandcamp there is a link to where to buy the CD, and the CD comes with a free Bandcamp download, and it's only $8.
Kevin Cunningham asks, future plans?
Maybe get Valve to visit and do a collab sometime soon, and maybe someday play a live show again, maybe VOV this summer. So we'll see about that. How about you, Val?
Oh yeah, I'm still working on some I have like stuff, but it's like I've just been playing live. I haven't really been actively trying to record stuff. I went through a period over the pandemic where I recorded a bunch of stuff and then it got lost because computer died. Cats. And I just got like really discouraged, and then I was like, I don't even care anymore like about that music. So but yeah, it's on my radar is to start, especially now that stuff's like opening up again and it feels like, playing shows live and like blah, blah, blah. I feel like there's a lot of opportunity there to be motivated and to really like kind of get on the ball. And like, I'd like to do a lot more stuff. I'd really love to do like even like a mini tour or something and travel more. And yeah, hopefully collab with you. I'd love to come visit you and, do the thing. So, yeah, I'm feeling pretty inspired. Yeah.
Sweet. Let's wrap things up, huh?
Okay.
Nice. Well, I do want to genuinely thank you once again for coming on. It was super, super sick episode so far.
Well, thank you for having us both on.
Yeah, no doubt.
And being a great
thank you so much.
Yeah, absolutely. Looking forward to hearing what you guys got cooking in the kitchen. And have a wonderful rest of
Or out of the
your
kitchen.
night. Yeah, or out. All right.
Bye.
So, heartwarming stuff. Okay, we're gonna have Chrissy Jones coming up next. So go ahead and strap in for that. But until she gets here, I guess we're gonna just go ahead and have an open mic. So if you want to be on the show, I'm gonna put the address on in the chats. Go ahead and jump in. It's open mic time. You got to come on and do a little performance until Chrissy shows up, and then she's going to take the reins, steer the ship, crash the ship. Oh, look who it is. You got to come on and do a little performance. Open mic is closed, folks. And then
Hello?
hello.
Hi.
Let's see if this works and doesn't disrupt the whole. Oh, look at who it is, folks. It's Chrissy Jones, and she's live on TV.
Hi. Hi, Jeremy.
Hi.
Hi. You look great.
Likewise, same to you.
Wow, nice shirt.
Yeah, everybody. This is a rare, unavailable 1-800 Hot Duck T-shirt. Are they still in stock, Chrissy?
I have like a box right there.
Okay, folks, you heard her.
I'll do a T-shirt giveaway tonight.
Oh.
I'll figure it out. We'll play a little game.
Chrissy, the fucking chats are on fire. We're in the middle.
I can't see guys, so just roast me.
We're in the middle of a party.
Are they fighting?
No, they're just they're like headbanging basically.
Really?
Yeah, it looks like just a fucking early Metallica concert or something. Jean jackets, fluffy Muppet heads flopping up and down.
Everyone like lifting weights? God.
Everyone's at home and losing their fucking minds.
Like literally shitting their pants right now.
I think Dave Public.
Calm down. Calm down, everybody. Shut up.
JP says Chrisamal. It's Metallica for you. All right. So speaking of parties, Chrissy, we're gonna do the interview now. I don't know much about you, but I always envision this sort of like mythic past of your teens and 20s where you're just like raging in some kind of club scene. Am I wrong about that?
Mm-mm.
Would you like to go into a little bit of story mode and talk about that at all?
A crazy question. What the hell? What is this? Is this an interrogation? I feel like I'm gonna say something incriminating, and
you plead the fifth then.
I'll try my best not to lie.
Go for
it. My teens and 20s were spent trying to go to school and getting kicked out many times. You see, I was very poor, but I was also quite talented, and I tried my best to go to school. I would go for a while, a semester or whatever, and then they'd say, oh, you can't afford it. And I'd say, I'm not leaving. So then they would have to get the security guard to come. And anyway, I figured out a way around that by working in schools as an art model. So as soon as I turned 18, after getting kicked out of school a bunch, I started art modeling. And then they said, you can't model here because you owe us thousands of dollars. And I'd say, I'm not leaving. And then the security guard would come back and he'd say, oh, you again. And then I'd get kicked out. I pretty much spent like my teens and 20s getting kicked out of places. My favorite pastime.
We got a request from a viewer named Mandy who wants to hear more stories about scams.
No.
He pleads the fifth, folks.
Gotta go. Also, look at
The coppers are hot on our trail.
that.
No self-incriminating evidence going to be pro-offered tonight.
Well, I mean, I grew up really poor, so I got very good at scamming. When you're poor, you just have to be really good at crime.
Mm.
So I've had many scams throughout the years. I don't think I have a good story. Ask me later. Ask me later.
Okay, Mandy, hold on to that desire. Shoot it into
We're gonna be here all night.
Yeah, no doubt.
I know. What else? Oh, yeah, and then I partied a lot. I worked as a waitress at an all-night diner, and that was fun. I partied a lot there. I hung out with graffiti writers in Philly for many years. I had plenty of tales about going places.
At night.
Mhm.
Would you share one with us? There's going to be a lot of that, by the way. There's going to be a lot of
I know.
opening the worm can.
Thank you. I was working 3 a.m. There was no one there. No one was coming. There was this boy at the counter, and I was giving him a refill of coffee, and he was in his little sketchbook. He's kind of older. And I said, "Oh, what are you doing?" And he showed me, and he said, "Yeah, I used to be like a famous graffiti writer in the 80s. This was the year 2001, by the way. I'm old. So he said, I used to be a graffiti writer. And I used to write down in the trains, in the L train in Philly. My diner was a few blocks away from the L train. So I said, "Oh, you're kidding. I would have loved to see that. I bet you're so good." He said, "Oh, well, I'll take you down there right now. We can go down. Sure, it's still up." And me being me, I decided that he wasn't lying. And I had my little heels on and my apron, my little, waitress outfit. So he took me down in the L, and we walked down the train. We walked through the station. And sure enough, his damn tag was all over the place down there. He wasn't lying at all. We had a great time. I was trying to avoid the third rail, and I had my stilettos on, and my apron was all dirty, had change falling out all over the place. And we were just walking around, dodging trains, beep, 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 looking at graffiti in the subway.
Now, I want to ask you about, like, you're singing. It seems like you have like a sort of, it seems like you have a sort of fascination with like disco diva styles. Have you ever thought about that?
Yeah, all the time, every day of my life.
Is there like some kind of thing inside of you that just like explodes as a sort of resonating like agent whenever your imagination gets like grabbed by that kind of notion?
Definitely. Yeah. I was raised by a lot of people. I didn't have any one primary caretaker. And I spent a lot of time with my crazy aunties, who were all disco queens in Philly. Like they were like on American Bandstand, like great dancers, great real disco queens. Beautiful women, the most beautiful women you could ever imagine. And yeah, I grew up, like my earliest memories are of in the early 80s are watching them dance to disco and just like being really drunk and falling over. And there was like they were just agents of chaos, like they were, they had spectacular downfalls that I could see so much glamour in their absolute destruction. So yeah, there is something when I listen to disco, I like can hear the void calling.
Shout out to Disco Queens. Shout out to Crazy Aunties. We got a LA all the way from Los Angeles or Colorado. I'm not really sure. Don Raid is shouting out Crazy Aunties. New Jersey is shouting out Disco Queens.
Wow.
Charmaine's Names is saying everything makes sense now. You're putting it all into a very sharp focus for Charmaine's Names.
I'm trying not to say too much.
No, nobody should.
It's late.
Mandy, speaking of saying too much, Mandy is requesting the toilet paper story. Is that on the menu for tonight?
Ask me in 4 hours.
4 hours from now, folks, we're going to hear the toilet paper story. So stay tuned for that.
I just get to stay here and tell stories all night. This is so fun.
Yeah, this is the gig.
Wow.
So aside from your aunties, were you like a club kid at all? I imagine that you were, but I feel like I could be totally wrong.
No, I definitely was in the early 2000s.
In Philadelphia.
Very much, I danced every single night of my life.
Yeah, you were out at night dancing.
Yes. This time of night, I would have, 20 years ago, I would have been on my way somewhere.
Folks, don't be shy about jumping in the chats and asking our guest a question. I'm sure you have dozens of things you'd like to know. I mean, we're talking about somebody who excels in basically every medium of art that exists.
I really just want people to, like, if you have a good memory with Chrissy, just share a good memory.
This is a dream come true for me because I actually wanted this show to be sort of like This Is Your Life for people that I knew. So, folks, if you have a funny Chrissy story, just jump in. I'm going to put the URL in the chats again. I want people to just jump in. That's really my dream as well.
Yeah, come on in, everyone.
You know what to do is copy and paste that URL in to a browser window, accept permissions, and then boom, you'll be right here and you'll be...
Yeah, I'll see you.
You'll be recounting some mad tale and then hijinks will ensue, I imagine. So while you were getting kicked out of art school, you also had a notepad under your arm with your own sketches?
Yeah, yeah, that's exactly right. I had a lot of sketchbooks, and I would go hang out in places and meet people and talk to people, and get into crazy shenanigans. And one day I met this person who hooked me up with a show in Philly. I forget what the goddamn gallery is called. And I was having shows on 2nd Street, which is like a big art scene area, was a big art scene area in Philly for First Fridays. So I was like compulsively drawing all the time. So I had so much work, and I would show pretty much every month somewhere. Wow, I learned to hate the art scene so fast. It sucks.
Non-stop illustration.
Yeah.
Can we go back to Baby Chrissy? I want to get to the roots of your fascination with the hot duck aesthetic. Can you kind of in your memories go back to a point where you can see Baby Chrissy as kind of like a voyeur on like watching TV or something and getting like a sort of feeling about a certain kind of vibe?
There were a few things. I'm so sorry. I got a mouthful of olives right now.
I got this beautiful ricotta shell of stuffed ricotta that the lovely Claire prepared this evening.
I watched a lot of PBS. We all watched a lot of PBS, right?
No, copy, yeah, definitely.
I didn't have When I say I was poor, I mean like bottom of the barrel poor, like as poor as it gets, like shitting in a bucket because I didn't have a toilet kind of poor.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that poor. I'm not kidding. So I didn't have access to cable. I had a black and white TV that sometimes we had electricity and sometimes not. But I would love staying up really late and watching PBS on my black and white TV. That's my favorite thing in the world. I got really into opera when I was young, and I still love opera. Because it felt so distant from where I was. And it felt like I could see that the world was much bigger than what I was experiencing. Because what I was experiencing was very small.
Were you aware of like the concept? I'm assuming you were. Were you aware of the concept of like broadcasting, and did that play into your experience of like how you got all that information?
When I was a kid?
Yeah. With TV, like, were you like, damn, someone's broadcasting this show right now, like in the back of your mind? Did that trip you out at all?
No, that's wow. No, I never thought about that.
Never.
I don't know. Maybe I did. I don't remember.
Dave Public wants to know, did you watch Are You Being Served on PBS?
Yeah, definitely. Yes. Definitely 100%.
That's a big 10-4, Dave Public.
10-4, Dave.
Keep on trucking.
Next question.
Next question. If so, Dave asks.
Wait, I want to talk. Stop asking me questions.
Yeah, Dave, calm down. He's getting all excited about PBS.
Hello. It's
right.
my interview.
Chrissy, you have the floor.
Excuse me. So there's PBS, and then I would do this thing when the internet came around, and I realized that I could like download music from Napster. I would download music. It would take me about a week to get a song, and I love Tori Amos. My favorite goddamn thing in the world. So I would like download a Tori Amos song over the course of a week, and then I would want to listen to it like on my little tape player. So I would, because I'm an actual genius, take my tape player and tape it to my computer stereo and record from the speaker to the tape player. So it sounded like shit.
Yeah.
It was like the worst possible way to dub.
It's like the highest tech fidelity possible.
Yeah, but it really worked for me. And there's something about that sound and that feeling of like desperation that it's very, very rare to find because it's so passionate. And I always try to find that everywhere I go, everything I do. That's Hot Duck. The end.
The end.
Bye-bye.
Folks, I want to thank you for tuning in. We're going to have open mic for the rest of the night. Oh, stand corrected. Dave did have a follow-up question. He wants to know which character you identified with most on Are You Being Served?
Mrs. Slocum. Look at me.
Mrs. Slocum.
Come on.
There you go, Dave. Thanks for your questions. Of course, folks, as always, go ahead and chat us up. We'll be happy to relay your questions to Chrissy, who, by the way, due to technical limitations in the 21st century nature, she can't see, and I have to read them to her. As usual. That's true for every guest.
No. I'm right here.
You can see the chat?
Yeah, I'm gonna let's see what these people gotta say.
All right. Double-barreled.
Oh no, there's not anything going on.
So yeah, the YouTube thing with Hot Duck is not necessarily a broadcast thing. It's more a curation thing.
Yeah, it's 100% a curation thing because I am once again getting banned from everything and everywhere I go. I'm used to this.
Okay, so you post content that ends up getting you banned from these platforms and multiple platforms. We're saying this is a mainstay in the hot duck story.
This is a mainstay in my life story.
Oh yeah, still getting kicked out of places constantly.
I love this feeling. Oh, I'm not welcomed. Okay, and then I draw a Sharpie on with a mustache mustache on with a Sharpie and come out.
But you have a show coming up in IRL, a real show.
I have a show if you're in Philly at Lot 49, which is like the coolest spot in the city. It's on April 7th from 6 to 9 p.m. And I'm going to play a few hours of stuff. Things that I haven't been able to play on the internet.
Wow.
Come on in.
Yeah, we're gonna try to hook you up with a show in Providence in April as well. So,
Yeah.
folks in Providence, you can look forward to that. Stay tuned for more information. Although, no lie, there are only 2 more episodes of this season. So I hope you're enjoying yourselves. It's about to abruptly end. So, no, yeah. But I think actually once I move, I might just start doing all local shows or something. I don't know. I'm just excited about.
Live? Can we go live?
I'm excited about all in studio stuff. You know what I mean? It's kind of a fun thing.
Yeah, me too. Get in goddamn studio, everybody.
All right, where were we? We were at the dawn of Hot Duck on PBS and your fascination with opera.
Yeah, I was something of a movie buff when I was a teenager. And then you get to watch so many movies in your lifetime, and then you start getting bored with movies. You just want to share them. What's the joy of just watching? You know, you get to like the top of the pyramid, and you're like, okay, time to show the people.
I'm enjoying my chicken.
Oh! Should I try again?
Please do.
Okay. Sorry. Can we edit that out? Oh, it's fine. Shit.
So let's talk about the beginning of your video work, of the videos that you produced. How'd that all come about?
My dad really wanted me to be a tattoo artist. He really wanted, because he's covered in tattoos. He's a big bad man. And he really just wanted me to like learn how to tattoo so I could get him free tattoos. And the thing is, I have this thing where I pass out when I see blood, so I can't really give tattoos. And I explained that to him like in medical terms so that he finally understood. And when he realized that I couldn't give him free tattoos, he said, okay, I'm going to get you a video camera. So he went to Kmart and got a like the cheapest shit video camera. And he said, okay, now you make movies. I think I was like 24, 23, 24. And I was still having art shows with drawings, etc. Back then. There's not much fun to be had with art shows. You have to pay a lot of money, like, to get things framed and to like do just so much work, and there's not much. There's not a big payoff with that. So I really just wanted to like stop having shows and start making videos. Well, that's what I did. Thank God.
What was your outlet for the videos at that time? Did you jump right into making videos for people, or were you making art just for its own sake?
I was making art for its own sake, definitely. I think my first video was it was Vision of Love. It was for Mariah Carey, who I love. Yeah, I did a Mariah Carey music video. And a whole music video, of course.
Is it possible to see this stuff and the illustration work from this era?
Actually, yeah, there's an old video on Vimeo. I think Vision of Love is on Vimeo. I have a Vimeo. Old one.
Yeah. Folks, as you know, Google is your friend. Go ahead and find Chrissy's work online. It's not that
Do it
difficult.
yourself. Don't be lazy.
We have a question from New Jersey. Will you be hosting another horror night on Cathode anytime soon?
That's a good question. Yeah, but no time soon. I don't know. I want to do a just straight up pornography night. We need it. We need it.
Should we do a little open mic?
Can I co-host?
Yeah.
Let's do this. All right, friend. Come on in.
Come on in to open mic, friends.
Do you think they're coming?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Open
Open
mic.
that mic. Open the mic. Can I interview
let's get
you?
back to the interview.
Great. This is fun.
Nice.
Yeah.
I
Do
guess-
you think of these questions before or like during the? Do you write them down?
It really depends. It really depends. But I'm not going to fall for your trick, and I'm not going to be interviewed. This is your interview.
Like, come on.
The man, Jeremy Harris, doesn't answer questions. He poses
I
them.
have a microphone too.
Well, yours is not plugged in. So I'm afraid it just does not work that way.
I'm trying my best, you know.
With this particular interview, I'm winging it, you know, because I like to think that we've actually never talked. That's what I tell people. And this is actually our first time ever having a conversation.
Like, do you do that with
Everybody?
Yeah.
No. I mean, in real life, I think, despite the fact that we've collaborated numerous times, this is the first time we've ever actually had a conversation. This is the way that I'm approaching the interview.
I feel like I don't really talk to anyone.
It could be true.
Mm.
I definitely think that this show is the most I've talked to, like, most of these people. But that's the nature of talk shows and open mic. Folks, thanks for tuning in. If you have a question for our guests, go ahead and drop it in the chat or text me if you know my phone number. I'll be
You
happy
can like call in. Can they call in?
They could call you on your phone.
Oh my fucking god. Am I allowed to curse? Oh my fucking
You're absolutely allowed to fucking say anything you desire.
Am I allowed to curse? Can they? Should I get my real phone number out? I don't know. That's a good idea.
No, it's a terrible idea. I did, and somebody started stalking me. No lie. Yeah, no lie. Can you imagine that?
My worst fear, actually.
Yeah, I know. Me of all people.
Oh God.
Mind-boggling.
Weird.
I hope they got a tingle when they heard me say that.
Are they here?
Maybe they're watching.
Go away.
For real, go away.
You can you?
We're gonna ask you some more questions.
Chat.
We're gonna ask some more questions because I want to know the story, honestly. But you know, there's something about. I'm gonna just go ahead and say some personal thoughts. There's something about not saying things that I'm really a fan of. So it's like I'm actually opposed philosophically to this show, and I'm always conflicted because I don't want anyone to say anything out loud. I just want the work to speak for itself. And it's always so funny because I'll have these conversations with my friends, my guests, and then I'll go back and like look at their work, and it just like it's impossible to translate the heaviness and the genius behind like the content that these people are making in like a fucking talk show format.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. That's all I gotta say. That was a bit of a rant, but anyway. But yeah, some things should definitely just never be said out loud. Is the point I'm trying to make.
I completely agree.
Yeah.
Obviously. Oh, the scam. Should I talk about the scam now? Is Mandy here? Mandy.
I think Mandy referred to you as a crazy auntie.
Oh, thank you. It's true.
And she may have dipped to tuck her child into bed. It's about bedtime for some of the kids out there.
One thing about me is I'm an incredible scammer. I don't really like to tell many stories about this, obviously.
Yeah.
But I do have a good one that I can share with you.
Please do.
Over the pandemic, the first few months of the pandemic, it was like, I think August, I completely ran out of money and I was fucked. So I went on www.internet.com and found a person who was looking for company, willing to pay me to lie to them, basically. So this person really wanted me to just like hang out with them on the webcam, and I thought that was kind of boring. So I told them I was a professional book reader, and I don't know what it means. And I was doing like I could like professionally read a book to them out loud. And I convinced them to pay me a lot of money to have me read a book a few hours a week. And I convinced them to let me pick the book. So I just realized that somebody owes me the book, so I let them borrow it. It was Rampo, who's like Japanese erotic writer. I convinced them to let me read horrifying Japanese erotic tales to them, because I'm a professional reader. And I survived on that scam for a while.
Scammed.
I really just want to make a TV show called Scammed.
Scammed.
Chrissy.
Let's get that going. Gary in Richmond is requesting any cool shoplifting stories you may have.
Yeah, I have. I actually have a story that's anti-shoplifting. Check this out. When I was a teenager, I would go shoplift from Macy's. I would go shoplift J-Lo and then resell it. You know, Jennifer Lopez.
Yeah.
The actress made a clothing line. Anyway, she had very expensive clothes that people really wanted, so I would go shoplift and resell it. And one day I was in the dressing room. How you would do this easy scam is you would go in the dressing room when a certain attendant was there who wasn't paying attention, because you just pay attention to who's not paying attention. You go in, you have a bag, you stuff everything in the bag, take the tags off because you have a contraption to do that, and then you walk out. So the attendant that I really liked, because she would let me steal things, one day she walked up to me and she told me she was retiring. She just wanted to like go spend some time with her kids and family. And she's telling me this, and I have a bag full of like thousands of dollars worth of J-Lo. And we're talking a minute, and she's like telling me about how much she loves her kids and how she's really just gonna like enjoy spending time with them, and she's really gonna miss me. And she had very tiny arms. Like her arms didn't grow all the way, so she had these tiny arms. And she was just going on and on about how I was just like her favorite person who would come in the dressing room, and she's really gonna miss me. And then she gave me a hug.
Ooh.
And
Yeah.
with
See where this is going.
her tiny arms and my bag, and I was like, I don't think I could ever steal again.
Oh.
God help me. That lie detector determined that was a lie. I certainly did go on to steal again, but it was a lie.
Yeah. It's the thought that counts.
Yeah.
We got a request in the chats for a freebie. They want either of us to professionally read a page from a book. I guess without Cash App or Venmo. But, you know, if you're out there and you want to
Should I read them a book?
Cash App or Venmo Chrissy, please do.
I'm scamming the show.
Yes. The only person who's ever been paid to perform.
This is my life.
Passing the hat.
What do you want to hear? Can we, you know what I've been really into lately is Deftones lyrics. They're a hoot.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding. Like, I'll just sit here and like read Deftone lyrics and laugh. Great. I really like the lyrics to the song Knife Party. Would you like to hear that read by a professional reader?
I think our audience would really appreciate that.
Can you give me a round of applause? I mean, in the audience.
Oh yeah. Can we get some claps in the chats, please?
I mean, you don't have to if you don't want to hear it.
No, come on, folks. Let's get some energy.
Talk about Deftones lyrics.
Oh, we got some claps. Oh yeah.
Oh, are they freaking?
People are clapping. They're looking alive.
My knife. I'm so sorry. I'm not really a professional. Hold on, my eyelash just popped off. Everything's about me is fake. My knife. It's sharp and chrome. Come see. This is the hardest day of my life. I'm gonna throw up. Inside my bones. All of the fiends are on the block. I am the new king. I take the queen. See here, we are all anemic. In here, anemic and sweet. So go get your knife. Go get your knife and come in. So go get your knife. Go get your knife and lay down. Go get your knife. Go get your knife. Now kiss me. The end. Can we put my Venmo on the screen?
Yeah, please do.
Okay, great. Here, I'll go in the chat.
Yeah, drop your Venmo in the chat.
I can't see because my eyelashes are falling off. I think that's right.
Folks, if you want to hear some more Deftone lyrics read by a professional reader,
I
go
don't
ahead.
wear it anymore.
Too bad. Yeah. There it is.
I'm sweaty.
Is somebody snoring in your house?
No, do you hear snoring?
I must be tripping. Wow, they're still clapping.
I'm scared to fart right now. You ever try to fart in latex? It's horrifying. It's like, I feel like I'm gonna blow up like a fucking balloon.
Oh yeah, huh.
It's so scary, and I'm on camera.
You are.
This is like a Hindenburg disaster just waiting to happen.
Yeah, could go sideways.
The horror, the horror.
So you started making videos for the homies.
Yeah,
What's up with that?
I love MTV. I've always loved MTV. I've always wanted to make music videos. And I think the funny thing about me making music videos is I have $0. So I just have to figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I love comedy, but I don't really like stand-up comedy. I like lifestyle comedians.
Lifestyle comedians, you say?
Yeah.
Would you care to expound on that concept?
Yeah. It's just when you devote your life to doing the most ridiculous possible thing. Right, Jeremy?
I'll take your word for it. Yeah, so, I think you just actually answered all my questions.
Bye.
So long.
Oh, great. And we're back.
Did you ever, when you were a child, did you see that Whitesnake video with the supermodel who's like dancing in a white dress on the sports car?
I believe that's Tawny.
Yeah, you know her by name. Do you want to talk a little bit about Tawny?
Not Tawny in particular, but the video babe vibe is alive and well in my heart and soul.
Nice.
Don't we all want to be a video babe? I don't understand why you would say no. What's wrong with you? To dance and look beautiful and have fun and get attention.
Yeah, be filmed.
That's a video babe. Live the lifestyle. I honestly, like, when I think of video babe, I think of Put 'Em on the Glass, which was, I believe, a Sir Mix-a-Lot song. That's like the hottest thing I've ever seen.
Let me see if I can pull it up.
Can we watch Put Him on the Glass? Oh my god, I love this show.
Put Them on the Glass.
And
Put Them on the Glass, song by Sir Mix-a-Lot. Let's see if this works. It could be fun.
let's watch the titty video.
Hell yeah.
Thank God. Can we get some claps
Let
in
me
the chat?
pause it real quick. See if I can make this work. Screen share. Oh my gosh, I wonder if this is... That's quite all right. Ooh, there I am.
Uh-oh.
Huh.
This is frightening.
Oh, it didn't work out too well.
What's going on? Hi.
Check out,
So nice to be here.
go ahead and check out Sir Mix-a-Lot's Put Them on the Glass video.
Well, they know how to Google, right? I hope.
Yeah. And we're back.
Well, that was fun.
That was a lot of fun.
Anyway, put them on the glass, just like titties. Big
Mhm.
oiled up titties on glass.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember when I was in 9th grade, they showed, I can't remember the name of the movie, but maybe it was Cool Hand Luke or something like that. It had Steve McQueen in it, and there was a scene where this woman was washing a car, and it was shot from inside the car. And the 9th grade kids, that everyone just like freaked out like a room full of monkeys. And the teacher was like laughing. He knew it was going to happen. I think he probably does it every year. Mr. Babcock, which is also
Cock.
Mr. Babcock,
Ouch.
getting all the monkeys riled up
Ooh.
with
Huh?
some, putting them on the glass for the kids.
Wow.
Yeah. I never heard that song before. I'm going to check that out.
It's so
Thanks,
fun.
Chrissy.
You're welcome.
So you had your Kmart camera
Uh-huh.
and you were doing in-camera edits for Mariah Carey songs that you loved.
Mm-hmm.
And then you started making music videos for bands who you met and found around Philadelphia. Is that correct?
Yeah, I think the first video I made was for Formula. I might be wrong though.
Okay.
It's most excellent. If I can brag for a minute. Dennis Cooper put that on his blog after I made it, and Dennis Cooper is an incredible writer, one of my favorites. And I thought, my God, I made it. I thought that was the end. I was like, okay, Dennis Cooper loves me. Bye. Who knew that I would continue? Why? I don't think he likes me anymore.
That was the stop motion violence against fruit and vegetables video?
Yeah. Actually, I got the idea because I think they were playing at Voice of the Valley and I was there and I was listening to it and I was like, I see vegetables with googly eyes.
That makes perfect sense.
And like 6 months later, I was like, guys, I have an idea. It's called Vegetables with Googly Eyes. You into that? And then it turned into a video.
Nice. And then more videos followed. Meanwhile, you started to sing in groups with Kylie Lance as well. Is that the chronology, or was there stuff that predated Stroke of Midnight?
Good question. Yeah, that was the chronology. There was a time where there was like, how old am I? This is 9 years ago. I was having dreams about my grandmothers harassing me, terribly harassing me about not knowing how to sing. And they said, you have to learn how to sing and like sing now or we will not leave you alone. And they would come every night and give me singing lessons in my dreams and just fucking torture me. One day I said, I think I gotta sing so my grandmothers can fuck off. And so I did. I think I got like 2 singing lessons professionally. The thing about I really swear by teaching myself everything. Like I can't, I'm bad at somebody teaching me how to do things. I'm bad at like learning in a classroom. Like, but I think it's best for me, if I just get professional instruction once or twice, and then I figure out how to learn, and then I just apply whatever the teacher taught me to my life. But it's not like so much what they taught me, it's just like how to learn. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yes.
God, thank God.
Do you rely on the supernatural world to give you direction and inspiration more often than not?
I don't know if rely is the right word. I try to like avoid it and I can't. I recently made a video at the wedding cake house in Providence. Shut up. Cat scratching. While I was there, I was having nightmares. Should I tell this story?
I think you should.
The unavoidable paranormal situations I get myself into that honestly are so like kind of annoying. I wish that I didn't have to deal with this so much. I was at the wedding cake house. I never have nightmares, but I was having the craziest nightmares there. Like nightmares about, one was I was eviscerated and I could see my rib cage, and my rib cage was really big and there were people fucking inside of my rib cage. And I was like, ew, get out. I'm like trying to die. And they were like, wouldn't let me die. They were just like fucking inside of my rib cage. And I was like, oh, this sucks. This kind of hurts. And shit like that, like night after night for 2 weeks, wouldn't stop. And I'm making this video. When I got home from the residency and started like really tuning into the editing process, I had one final dream where this, I don't know what to call it, dream guide or whatever, came to me and said, okay, so you got to the end of the journey. You had all these dreams, and now you know that the thing that you conjured, you trapped it, and I'm going to give you its name. Let me see if I can pull up some evidence here. Give me 1 second. So it told me a name, and I usually write down my dreams when I wake up. That's really important to me. I like constantly, I will wake up in the middle of the night if I feel like something's important that I have to remember. I write it down, a dream that I had. That day I was too busy to write down my dreams. but I remembered it and I made a mental note. And Dave Public sent me something on Instagram, a book by a woman. Let me see if I can find this. And the book was like this haunted book with teddy bears and all this crazy shit. And I thought, oh, that is a really interesting book and a really interesting story. I should really look into that. It was a book by a woman, Dare Wright. Never heard of it before. Really great backstory. As I'm reading this story, I think I really should write down that dream from last night. So I go in my notes and I write down, okay, so the dream told me that I conjured this thing. I have it in a video. If I know the name of it, I have control over it. The name of the thing is called the Little One. Very clearly said that. It is called the Little One. Well, I thought, I wonder if that's a thing. So I'm on my phone. I just read about Dare Wright. And I look up the little one. Can y'all see this? Can y'all see that? Can y'all see?
Check out this pic.
Can y'all see this?
It looks pretty good.
Can y'all?
Yep.
Oh! Do you see the name on here?
That's the book that Dave Public sent you?
No,
Oh.
This is another book that Dave Public sent me was by Dare Wright. This is also by Dare Wright. Completely separate. Called The Little One. Dave Public, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Have you been experiencing the phenomena of talking or thinking about someone and having them text you almost immediately? Like in the past week?
Yeah, of course. That's
common.
Yeah. I thought that was normal. Uh-oh.
Yes.
Shit.
I have another question, and it's shifting gears slightly from maybe fourth to third. What is your attitude regarding the concept of discipline?
Discipline will get you anything you want. Yeah.
Copy that. Eric wants to know what Dave did. What the fuck did Dave do?
Oh, what the fuck, Dave? Why did you send me that haunted book? Why? Like literally I saw that and I was like, I'm done. I'm not editing this video anymore. I don't want anything to do with this. I got too much going on. I don't need some little one follow me around. Like, I'm done with this haunting shit. Stop haunting me.
We've got viewers reporting UFO sightings while watching the TV show.
God. Beat me up, bitch.
Special request.
I'm just kidding.
Psych. Dave Public is shouting out Dare, saying there's a wonderful biography. All you Google fiends out there, do your best.
Reading that. You can do the work for me. You can let me know.
If you're flying in the UFO, go ahead and call us up. We'd love to speak to you. If you're watching the show,
call us. Oh, I don't have my phone on. Where are the UFOs?
Well, there's like a delay. There's like an 8-second delay, so
disturbing.
So we gotta wait for them to hear it and call us up. Folks, while we wait for the UFOs to call up, if you have a question for Chrissy, don't be shy. Go ahead and jot it down in the chats.
I'll answer.
And we got a question from Don Raid. Chrissy, is that a haunted doll in the background of your shot?
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
There you go, folks.
Everything in this room is haunted. I can guarantee you.
Haunted house.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, and Lance is saying that there's some kind of EVP in this interview, and that's absolutely correct. I can hear it too. I'm wearing headphones.
Oh,
Sounds like there's some kind of labored breathing or snoring, but it's got a real tinny upper register sound, which lends it a sort of ghostly atmospheric dynamic.
oops.
There's a question from Providence, Rhode Island. Eric Greishaber wants to know, did Chrissy already tell the story about the dead cat basement?
Oh, I can't tell that story anymore.
Too rough for TV, folks.
Sorry. But there are some things I learned that you share carefully. That one's actually like lesson learned. I don't tell that story anymore. I'm very sorry. If you heard it, you can tell your friends or whatever, but I'm careful now.
Many ghosts have entered the chat.
Oh, God. Cheese plate? Anybody want cheese plate?
I got cheese.
I love to have dinner with my friends on TV. This is fun.
Cheers.
Oh, this isn't wine. This is tart cherry juice. I've had vertigo for weeks. I'm on this insane medication so I don't fall over.
Have you checked out WebMD? It's usually pretty helpful.
I have a vestibular nerve inflammation. Like my brain is like literally haywire right now.
Oh, copy.
Honestly, I'm insane. Oh.
We got a special request for more UFO talk, UFO sightings. We have a guest who I don't think is watching tonight, but perhaps is, who lives up in central Maine in the woods. And that guest always asks the same question, which is, have you ever had a supernatural or experience or a UFO sighting? So we don't have to ask Chrissy if she's ever had a supernatural experience, but do you have any UFO sighting stories you'd like to share with our audience tonight?
It was like one of the greatest disappointments of my life. I haven't really seen a UFO.
No aliens.
I have a secondhand story. Oh, pretty good.
Shoot it.
My dad and my brother were in a truck at 5 a.m. going to work. My dad looks over. Unflappable man. He doesn't give a shit about anything. He looks over. They're driving like 70 miles per hour. He said, "Oh, there's a UFO in that field." And we said, it was a huge, flat, square object the size of a football field, and it was glowing underneath and hovering over a field. And we're like, all right, UFO. And my brother sees it, and he's like, my world is like shattered. I'm like going to die. What the fuck? I'm like looking at a UFO. Like he like lost his mind. And then he converted to Christianity. Bless him. What an idiot.
Careful out there, folks.
Yeah, it's just a UFO. Let it live.
Now comes one of my favorite parts of the show where I get up and go do something and I leave the guests alone with the viewers. So this is a special treat for.
Well, I just get to talk.
You can do anything you want. I'm gonna be back though, so
I don't know this is a thing.
I'm gonna go see if there's a carrot in the refrigerator because
I've never been more frightened in my life.
yeah, you're on your own. The ship is yours. The bridge is yours. The bridge is yours.
I guess I'll tell you about the toilet paper story. It was really dramatic. I had just moved to Providence, Rhode Island, and I was desperate for a job. So, you know, I took a job at this retail store. I'm not going to say which one, even though I want to. And they paid very badly, and I had to work really late. And I just, you know, I didn't like the whole vibe. The whole vibe was off. So one night I'm like working late and the 7-Eleven's closed. I need toilet paper. I'm closing up. There's another lady working with me. I'm like, I'm just going to take a few rolls of toilet paper from the bathroom. Because, like, I have minimum wage. Like, I work at a retail store and I'm over 30. Like, fuck this. So I put a few rolls of toilet paper in my belongings. And I go home and I'm, you know, we're flushing pretty for a while. Anyway, I'm supposed to go in the next morning, and I get an email from the owner, and she says, "Can you come a little bit earlier?" And I'm like, "Okay." And I kind of had a feeling that I'd get fired. So before I go early in the morning, I'm like, I might as well make a day of this. So I drank a little bit of vodka before I went, and I go to the store, and it's the owner and this little like manager teenager lady, and the manager teenager has like a clipboard with all these like bad things I've done in the store, such as like ruin their Pandora station by playing metal and techno. They hated that. And they were just like this teenager's going down this clipboard of like bad things I've done, and the owner's just like getting real fucking mad, you know. And I was sitting there just like drunk. 9 a.m. I was like, this is awesome. I'm getting fired. I'm like wasted, and this is so funny. So I'm there and I'm just my usual self, and I'm like, yeah, I fucked up your Pandora, didn't I? That was great. And then I get to the toilet paper, and the owner's like, I know you stole my toilet paper. I know you're just a thief. I'm just going to go through this whole store. I'm going to go through all the footage and make sure that I find everything in the store that you stole. And I'm going to call the cops on you. And the cops are going to come, and the SWAT team's going to beat you up. I'm going to kill you. She didn't threaten my life, but you get the idea. So I get fired, and she's just like railing me about toilet paper. And then 2 weeks later, I call her, and I'm like, I didn't get my check from the last few weeks that I worked. And she said, I'm taking that because you took everything in my store. So she like literally stole my money. By the way, I didn't steal anything in that store except the toilet paper, because everything in that store was ugly. It's not my style at all. I was just working there to pay my fucking rent. So, bitch, you can suck my dick. I didn't steal anything for once.
You heard it here, folks.
Anyway, she stole my money.
Fucking
and then,
bosses.
Hey, fuck it. It's been years. Mandy went and yelped about
Shit.
really nasty Yelp review about the store.
Fucking cyber terrorism.
Yeah. By the way, Mandy's a cyber terrorist.
No doubt. So those of you in Central Maine can catch Chrissy live on stage at the Aphodian on April 15th, backed up by her live rock and roll band. And if you want to, you'll also be able to see her do a live projection of her curated video series, 1-800-HOT-DUCK, April 7th in Philadelphia at Lot 49, the coolest place in town.
It's the coolest place in town.
Stay tuned. Dave Public is setting up a show for her somewhere in Providence. I'm going to assume the day before or after our show in Maine.
Mm-hmm.
Her show, rather. And you're up to date. make sure to get yourself out there. I went to a hardcore show last night. It was awesome. I got hurt.
Oh,
It was cool. I saw people who looked just like me, beard and long hair, and I was like, oh fuck.
did you hit them?
They hit me.
Oh shit!
They fucking stomped on my foot with their boots. I was like, shit, man. Ow. They'd like make fists and just be like, fucking. And I was like, holy shit.
In your crotch?
No, I'm not that short. But like, it was close. And I was like, fuck. Yeah, Marilee opened the show with her. She was like collaging field recordings and showing it with video projection. And then this fucking hardcore band played.
That's so sexy.
It ruled. And I was like, I'm ready. I felt I'm ready to engage Providence nightlife. And I felt so great about it. I just want to get out there.
This is like the thing that I love most about Providence is there's so much crossover between all of the scenes all the time. Like it almost doesn't make sense and it almost kind of sucks sometimes, but
Absolutely.
It's really fun.
I know.
It's not like that in Philadelphia. Philly, like, get with it.
I know.
Why is everything so... Never mind.
Peanut butter and chocolate, peanut butter and jelly, peanut butter and bananas, peanut butter and sriracha, and miso paste. It's music, folks. It's the same fucking shit. Just get in the pit, you know? That's my advice.
Sometimes they put peanut butter on the oyster, and you're like... But then you're like...
Damn. That rocks. I've never even heard of that, and I can't wait to try it this summer.
This summer in Providence, try.
Yeah, no doubt.
What did I say? Oyster.
Peanut butter oysters.
I'm going to hell. This is so fun.
Hell yeah, I'm having a great time. All right, where were we?
No, are people still here?
I think so. Let me check.
Are we boring you?
There's record numbers.
Really?
Yeah, even more than.
Hey, why aren't you talking? Oh, where's the camera? Hey, why aren't you talking to me?
Oh wait, hold on.
I have a question.
Say it again. Are you talking to me or the audience?
I'm talking to the audience.
Okay, go. I got you. It's just you on the screen right now. So go ahead and say that again.
Hey. Why aren't you talking to me?
Eric Kreishuber asks, does Chrissy like to throw peanut butter into the ocean?
You know, Eric, I never really thought about that, but I will. Definitely.
Are you a beach gal, Chrissy?
Look, I don't know how to swim. That's a lie. But I also don't like getting in the water because I get really agitated when I get slapped. I have raging obsessive compulsive disorder, and I really don't like getting touched, especially by Mother Nature. So when I'm in the ocean and I'm like getting slapped around, I'm triggered. I'm gonna punch the ocean, and nobody wants that.
No way.
So yeah, I am a beach person, but I don't know how to swim. Don't let me swim.
Are there aspects of the beach that you enjoy, like?
Oh yeah, I love seashells.
Do you like to stand in line at the concession stand and kind of like chat, like the anticipation of getting like a hot dog or something? Is like, do you?
No, I
enjoy
have
that?
a whole seashell collection. I'll go to the beach with Tupperware and like collect. This is my favorite. This is from St. Pete. Can you see this? This is perfect conch ass. Conch.
Damn, collectible.
St. Pete, right there. Yeah, I love seashells more than anything in the world. I have like thousands of seashells all over my room. You can't see, but everywhere. In the drawers, under the bed, in the cat. Also, like listening to ZZ Top on the beach. You know, there's people who like don't like music on the beach, and I get that, but I'm from Philadelphia. I'm trashy. I love going to Atlantic City and listening to ZZ Top.
Yeah, you have to go to New Jersey.
Yes.
And you blast ZZ Top on a boombox and soak in the sun.
Yeah. Get the worst ungodly sunburn of your life. Feel like you have to go maybe to an emergency room and get a skin graft. That's a good thing.
Do you enjoy like a glass of rosé like on the beach or
No, I want to slam a beer.
Yeah, like a Miller Lite.
Yeah, I want to like be naked and listen to ZZ Top and drink a beer.
Don't we all?
Can I tell you a story about wanting to die on the beach?
Yeah, definitely. I'm definitely the person to tell that story too. But I do want to say, show of hands in the chat who wants to be naked listening to ZZ Top chugging a beer.
Can we get a show of hands?
Can we get a show of hands, please? And while we get that show of hands, Chrissy, go ahead and tell me a story about wanting to die on the beach.
One time I went to the beach with these ladies and they all wanted to bond. So we all sat around in a circle and everyone was telling their stories. The question was, can you share with us the most traumatic experience you've ever had? And everyone's going around and they're like talking about like their boyfriends and you know, deep trauma, relationships and all this. Anyway, it got to me and I was so disturbed by this show of bonding that I immediately slammed a beer and walked straight out into the ocean and didn't stop. I kept going. I don't really know how to swim too good. So I didn't come back for a while. When I came back, they stopped talking.
Bravo.
Thank you.
Sometimes action speaks louder than words.
That's definitely true.
Yeah.
Sometimes, shut up.
Yeah.
Like 90% of the time.
At least.
99.
99.9.
Excuse me.
All right, so where were we? We were talking about you making videos for your friends, and then you made a video for now you do it professionally, and you do it for bands who you don't even know.
Yeah, they like talk to me.
Yeah, you're the director and you do the whole thing. So this is a service that you provide. Say, for instance, if someone's watching this, they want to hire you to do that, they can.
Yeah, I don't have an agent. So you just email me and then you ask me to do it and you offer me some money. And if you don't offer me money, honestly, I probably will give you the runaround until I'm no longer entertained by you. I'm sorry, I just am an enforcer of chaos. I like to laugh.
Can we talk a little bit about the evolution of your illustration style? Perhaps like from back in the day. Like, did you feel like freed at all when you turned your back on the gallery scene? Did you feel unfettered by any kind of standards that they may have been imposing on you, even unconsciously?
I felt like I was engaging in behavior that was bad for me. The style of drawing that I was doing was so obsessive and like physically painful that I had to stop. And I felt a lot of pressure to keep going. And I felt a lot of pressure to like keep pushing myself because I am an entertainer. And that was like part of the entertainment was like, oh, she's crazy and she's got a very high pain tolerance. Let's watch. Which is cute in video form, but when you're drawing, it just doesn't look good.
So you would be making things performatively as part of the show?
No, what I'm saying is like the drawing was a performance. It was like a testament to like OCD and also carpal tunnel syndrome. Which is like, it's very, I mean, we're like a generation raised on talk shows, right? Like we love drama. And we find drama in everything that we do and see.
It's true. Sally Jesse and Jerry Springer and Donahue.
Yeah, like sometimes drawings are talk shows, but they're dressed up in art galleries as something else.
Yeah, the pathos gets relayed, I guess, through the obsessive nature of the scratchings.
Yeah, I
But
mean,
you had to walk away from it, though. You reached your physical limit.
it's stupid. I don't like being stupid in that way. I want to be stupid in my own way.
Yeah.
I have no use for like money or like attention from rich people or God. You know, that's freeing when you realize you don't need any of that.
Yeah, mission statement.
I love to be old and know that nothing is right and be comfortable with that. And also comfortable with my own insanity. Such a good feeling.
Shout out to our viewers. You guys are
they tearing it up?
There are so many of them. And
Why are they here?
They're so beautiful.
Are they showing dick pics?
I think they're all...
Are they drunk as hell?
They're relaxed, yeah. I think.
You know, there's a chat room that you can get in, and you can talk to each other. You don't even have to talk to me. I don't care. Just say hi. Have fun. You know what I mean?
We got a affirmation of drunkenness from Dawn Reed, who I hope enjoyed a happy birthday last week.
Oh, happy birthday.
We got JP dancing. He's having a party. Beautiful thing.
Fun. So fun. Humana.
Did you want to shout out anything else regarding your career, your life's work?
Shout out myself? No.
True.
Jesus Christ, I'm just trying to live. I'm just here. I shout out that I'm here.
Are you working on any collabos that you want to drop some gossipy dirt on about?
I may be collaborating with yeah. Look at my pants. I may be collaborating with a band from Philadelphia who is very popular right now. I'm not going to say who it is. You'll find out if it happens. Also, a very loud duo from Providence. Loud and deranged Providence women. May happen.
Get pumped, folks.
I love secrets. I'm a vault. I can tell you that there are projects coming up, but I can't tell you what.
Fair. Is the future of Hot Duck uncertain, or do you have a clear vision of what you want to accomplish still with it?
I think the road is. There are many roads for Hot Duck, and I have to, as Miss Hot Duck, be quick on my feet and always ready to change. I think it's getting to the point now where I have to be really careful about like actually getting in trouble for copyright. You can get in real big trouble for that, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And as much as I would love to get in trouble for that, I also like can't I can't afford it. I would love to get sued by Sonic Youth. That's my goal. I mean, my dream. I mean, nothing. But I don't want to get sued by like Warner Brothers. That's corny.
UMG coming for your blood.
Yeah, I don't want it. Or electronics art. I can't say it. Fuck them. I will continue to steal everything in my path and show my friends. I am committed to that. And if I can't do it, then I'm going to show somebody else how to do it. And there's going to be a legion. You can't stop a legion. I think the dramatic future of Hot Duck is turning it into like a bootleg version of KLF. Gotta go, bye.
Well, folks, thanks for tuning in.
Wow, this is fun. If anyone wants to be Hot Duck, just let me know. I should do interviews.
Go ahead and text Chrissy. For those of you joining us, we're here with Chrissy Jones, doing an in-depth overview of her life's work and career in the many mediums that she has a firm grasp upon on the scruff of the neck.
I just get bored easy.
A little scatterbrained, perhaps, but
What?
still maniacally disciplined to the point where she'll hurt herself while making art. If you have a question for tonight's guest, text her, call her, be like, "What's up?"
I'm not gonna answer the phone. Just go in the shower. I haven't answered the phone since like 2005. Right?
Yeah.
Remember ringtones? I paid like $20 for a Lil Wayne ringtone. And now I like just have my phone on silent all the time. Times have changed.
Yeah, technological innovation.
I think the future for Hot Duck is eventually obsessing over television in the 2010s. I don't think we're there yet. I don't think it's time, but soon. In like 20 years.
Did you consume that media when it was being broadcast and aired?
I still do. What are you talking about? It's like my favorite thing in the world.
That particular era?
Have y'all seen ghost shows with the dramatizations from 2010? Like, they're fucking insane. They're like just all, it's 100% bullshit entertainment. It's a dream. Nothing is better than that.
I guess something to live for is to survive to be able to watch it on Hot Duck in 20 years.
Yeah, you can stay alive. I'll keep you entertained.
Okay, cool. Appreciate that.
Thank you. Everybody, stay alive, because I'll make you happy.
Wonder what I should ask you next.
Ask yourself.
I'm drawing a blank, even though I feel like I've drawn a blank, even though I'm sure there's a lot more things to talk about.
Has this ever happened before?
Where I've reached a point in an episode where I was like mentally depleted. Yeah, definitely.
I hope it's not me.
No.
Oh.
It's
Are we gonna work on anything?
Right now?
No, like in the future.
Yeah, you and I still got a lot of work to do.
Yeah.
Remotely.
You know, it's scary. That really freaks me out. I like can't die.
At all?
I can't die. I'm not allowed. Like, I got too much.
You think you'll never die?
No, I feel like I'll never be like, okay, I can die now.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like, it's not, my goal is that I get to the point where I'm like, I can die. Now I can die. Bye.
It's a trick.
How'd you know?
It's a trick. A viewer asked any Lazy Mag work together, any future Lazy Mag work together. And I'll go ahead and say I have multiple folders that I just say like for Chrissy of like half written ideas. So I'm still composing music, especially for Chrissy. So yeah, for all you fans of that, you've got a lot to look forward to. Because as Chrissy will never die, I will never die either. I will always live. We can't be killed and we can't die, and we'll always be doing the things that keep us alive.
Until we're not.
Until we're not alive anymore. So yeah, you can look forward to that.
Honestly, I want Hot Duck to never die. That's, I think, my life goal is to have my baby live forever. Wow, I'm really pushing this idea. I'm gonna shut up now.
Well, you know, I went to a hardcore show last night,
This is my favorite story.
and that's an old thing, you know? It's an old thing that you can do, and that you've been able to do that since the 70s. So I'd say there is like precedent for hot duck being like the new punk that the youth just
I can't handle that.
latches onto as they come of age. They're introduced to the hot duck aesthetic, and then they adopt it and they perpetuate it until the newest generation comes up, and the cycle begins again.
Yep. Oh, I need some cherry juice. How's the audience? How are you guys doing? How y'all doing?
You want to address them directly?
No. They're not talking to me, so like.
They're sleepy. I'll address the audience. What's up, audience? Chrissy's just curious about how you guys are doing. If you want to pipe in, pipe up, chip in, chat up, chat us up.
Don't be boring. Be fun.
They're talking about Ministry. They're going to go see Ministry.
Wow.
Yeah, it's cool.
That's hot. In 2022?
Yeah, and it ruled. Apparently.
Is that guy still alive? That's absurd.
Yeah. Alan.
I don't believe that.
He's probably in the same boat as us, I imagine. Ministry. Actually, no. I guess not.
Let's call him.
On the phone.
I can figure it out. Does anybody have, what's his name? Alger. The number to Ministry.
If anybody out there has Al's number, go ahead and text it to Chrissy. I wanted to do this earlier. The brief commercial. This is the Hold
It's on my phone case too.
Bandcamp.
Yeah.
Everybody go to the Hold Bandcamp and buy the new Asha and Dave Public tapes.
Yeah, go to the damn Bandcamp.
They're brand new. They're available now. You can get them on cassette form.
Oh.
Or digitally. Hold. Try Hold.
Oops.
Try Hold.
Try or die.
Try or die, fool.
Going out after pandemic. I mean, during a pandemic, still a pandemic, duh. But going out now. Can we talk about that? I guess we both go out now.
Yep, go ahead.
I start hanging out again.
Yeah, I'm ready. After last night, I'm ready to go out.
It's so fun.
It's so fun.
It's like the most fun.
Yeah, it's incredibly fun.
Oh my God. I'm like, I've been wanting to hang out lately, and I just have like these old ass clothes for the past few years, and I decided that I need some like hoe clothes. I just want to dress like the whore of Babylon. I want to look like that, but I have no clothes. I'm an incredibly good scammer. So somebody gave me a gift card to a certain website, And I went on the website, and there's like a cat food shortage. So I was like, I guess I'll get cat food with this gift card. Shitty website. I'm not even going to say what it is. I also don't want to get in trouble. It was a lot of money. I bought tons of cat food. And I was like, I just don't want to spend this money on this website. I'm going to scam them. So when the cat food came, I gave it to Adam, my cat, very happy. Happy little cat running around. But I still had no Whore of Babylon clothing to wear. So I called the website and I said, oh, my cat food never came. And they gave me a massive refund. And with that money, it's a new day, baby.
Pants.
My pants are Catwoman.
Speaking of free clothes, I think it's time for the big t-shirt giveaway. Or not. We're getting requests to play the new Ministry video and have you culturally critique it. God, I fucking wish we could do that.
I'm going to do that.
Are you gonna?
Or not. I might just like wing it without watching it. Did
What's the?
do that recently? I'm just gonna let me just talk about it.
You've seen it? You know it?
No.
What is it called? Search and Destroy? No, it's a cover of a Stooges song? It's fucking terrible. Oh, they have another song. It's called Believe Me. Oof, Christ.
I have plenty to say.
Wow, this sucks.
I'm ready to go. We don't even have to watch it. Can we watch it? Does the audience hate it?
I'm gonna
I'd be a bitch.
put it on my phone camera and see if it works.
Can you play it for me on the thing?
I believe I can.
I love Ministry.
Yeah, they're great.
It's just, people age, and I have no idea what that's like.
No.
Just stop while you're ahead. Jesus Christ. Why do you gotta keep going? I guess, you got mouths. Oh, God.
Oh, gosh. No sound. Oh, let's see if we can make this happen.
Is this real?
It's gonna be in a second. What? All right, so we're gonna go ahead and watch this with insane feedback, I guess. All right, so this is the video. This is the video. You can see it, right?
Definitely yes.
Wow.
You're kidding me. Is it like a karaoke video?
I don't know. I don't think so. I think this is real. Yeah. That looks cool.
But it's Ministry, though.
Let's see if I can.
I mean, honestly, it's not that bad. I got a lot to say.
Pretty good. Yeah, go ahead.
One of my favorite music videos is 9 Inch Nails. Closer.
Yeah,
It's one of my best music videos.
it's a good one.
Who's gonna fight me? Who's gonna fight me about that? That's just like the standard. That video is very expensive.
What do you think about that Tool video? That first one they did?
I love all of them.
Yeah.
Oh, look, I don't even want to get into Tool. I don't
Okay.
want to do that. That was complicated.
Fair.
There are ways to make good videos that are like genuinely good. And fun to watch in a way that changes your life. It's not this. You're not going to remember that video in a week. You're not going to remember it the way that you remember 9 Inch Nails. Why are the standards so low here? This is like one of Ministry's like a very famous band, and they could have an extremely high budget, an extremely good video. So why is it this? I have so many questions. Do they think that's good? Like, it could be so much better. It's fine. Like, if my friend's band made this video, I'd be like, great, good job. That's like a cheap, good video. This is not a cheap band. This is not some like baby's first video band, you know. They could have just done so much better. Where are the vultures on the pedestals? Where is the maze in the garden? Where we could be burning flags in an ocean of gasoline with pterodactyls flying, picking over bones. You know, like there's so many other things that are just completely epic to do, and yet here we are watching a karaoke video for an extremely famous band. The end. I'm angry. I'm full of rage. Should I make a video for that?
No.
There's a thing that I like called dinosaurs.
The lizards? The reptiles?
Yeah. I have a Spinosaurus tooth right here. Let me see this. I have an actual dinosaur bone. Like, I literally love dinosaurs. I've been dying to make a dinosaur video. Like, when I get a big budget. Ministry could have had a dinosaur video.
Oh, you don't have to spill the beans, but just yes or no. Do you have a particular artist in mind that you're kind of holding out for the dinosaur video?
Absolutely not.
Just somebody's gonna get the dinosaur video.
Yeah, you know how I work is like I have the ideas in the Rolodex, and it's a whole buffet. You get what you get. Where's my cherry juice? Is the chat? Did they leave?
They're still talking about Ministry, which is honestly sick.
I just like blacked out for like 10 minutes. I don't even know what just happened.
I've passed through so many thresholds. The time is like so mystifying.
I don't care.
And I feel like my skull's like getting crushed.
That's comforting.
Yeah.
Oh, right. I love the feeling of like getting crushed.
Yeah, like getting on a table with latex and having like the hose suck all the air out of between you and the latex kind of thing.
No, that's
Too much. Oh, it's too much.
That's I just meant I wanted to like get run over by a truck.
Oh damn. And then the truck just like stops.
Yeah, because I can't die. So I'm like, ooh, heavy.
Yeah. Ooh.
Ah. Yeah. Jesus Christ. Are you okay? Can I tell the story about how I thought I was having a stroke?
Yeah.
You might notice that I'm not drinking wine. I'm drinking cherry juice because I have my vertigo. I have intense vertigo. So anyway, I woke up one morning a few weeks ago and I had like intense the spins. It was like 180 miles per hour. Everything was going insane, and I was like, "Uh-oh!" So I do the stroke. And I'm like looking, I'm like smiling a lot in the mirror to make sure that my face is working on both sides. And I'm doing a like nose touch thing and the feet. There's all kinds of stroke tests you can do. But I just wasn't doing good. And I was like, I don't know. I feel like I got to go to an ER. So I go to the ER and I'm trying to go in and I have pepper spray in my bag and the security guard's putting me through the metal detector. And I'm like, look, buddy, I got pepper spray in my bag. I don't know if I should bring it in. He tells me to go leave it in a bush. And I try to take it out of my bag and go to the bush, and I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. And there with the pepper spray in your hand going, woo, 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 was real scary. So he escorted me outside and helped me hide my pepper spray in a bush so I can go get it later. And he's like, you really need a wheelchair. And it was at that moment I was like, I will not fucking sit in a wheelchair. I will not do that. I'm going to walk in. If I need to die, I'm going to do it with dignity. We are going in, honey. So I'm walking into the ER like Clint Eastwood. And I'm going, and I'm like, here I am, y'all, having a stroke. And they're trying to scoop me up with a wheelchair like a ice cream. And I'm like, get that wheelchair off. And they're trying to put the fall risk bracelet on me. And I'm like, no fall risk. I'm not a fall risk. I'm just trying to get to the CAT scan. So I go, they check me in. And I'm just focusing. My heart is trying not to fall over. And I'm going 180 miles per hour. And I finally make it to the CAT scan. And they scan me up. And they're like, oh, you're not having a stroke. So I was like, okay. And I finally sat down in the wheelchair and gave up. And they're like, oh, your brain's just not working. What else is new? That's no big deal.
Folks, for those of you joining us, thanks and welcome to the show. We're here with
God help you.
we're here with Chrissy Jones, renowned multimedia artist.
Hours.
As always, if you want to jump in the chat, you can interact directly with the guests and ask them a question, or text me if you know my phone number. I'm your host, Jeremy Harris. This is the second season of the TV show. We're almost over. There's almost only 2 more shows left, which is cool.
I'm your friend 1-800-HOT-DUCK.
Yep.
Chris. My name's Chrissy. That's my real name. I'm not lying. And we're having fun.
And we're ready for the nightlife. We're
I'm
gonna
ready
go.
for an open mic, honestly. If anybody wants to come.
Should we shift into second gear?
I don't feel like I have. You all know everything about me now. What else is there? I have nothing left. You stripped me of everything I had.
My job here is done. Folks, with my co-host Chrissy, we're gonna have open mic now. So we're gonna end tonight's broadcast with open mic. How open mic works is basically like open mic in IRL, except that you gotta get on the show and do a little performance for us. I'm gonna put the address into the chats. You can copy and paste it. And
Don't forget to mute the show.
yeah.
Come in, because you don't want to be annoying. Because I'm here and I will cuss you out. Can I be the mean co-host?
Absolutely.
Come on in.
Come on in, folks. Do a little dance.
Who's here?
I don't know. I can't see. Oh, yeah, I can actually. Just some psycho diehards.
Why? It's 11 p.m.
Oh, yeah. I love open mic.
Me too. I love this show.
The show's pretty cool.
This is the 100th episode.
Mm-hmm. This is the 100th episode.
Remember when I was on the dating game?
Yeah. That was a classic episode. That was the first episode, I think, or second.
Well, that was fun.
That was a fun episode.
Can we do a dating game again right now?
Folks, open mic is over, and I just want to thank you for participating. We're gonna do another segment. It's called the dating game. The way this works is you come on the show and go on a date with Chrissy. That doesn't sound very good, does it? They have to win.
There's like 3 people have to come, and then there's a winner.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. No one's coming.
I love the fucking crowd participation aspect of it. It's so violently unpopular. Like no one fucking does it. It makes me laugh so hard.
This is how it feels to be like a professor in a college.
Oh yeah. You're like anybody? Is that everyone?
Out of the audience right now.
Yeah.
I love that feeling.
Mm-hmm. It is good.
Thank you, audience.
Yeah.
I've never felt this much rage in my life.
There have been multiple times in my life when I've been performing and I stopped and no one claps. And it's so brutal because once was amazing. I was in this band. And it was like very obvious that like, you know, I sang on one, but there was like a singer on the other ones. It was so awesome. That's a pretty good story.
Sometimes you just gotta clap for yourself.
I did, I think.
Thank God. You deserve it.
Yeah. A round of applause.
We don't need you, audience. Let's roast them.
Yeah.
Oh, I was asking them earlier about their favorite rotten.com memory from the website. We were all there. Don't play.
I didn't look at that website. Was it cool?
What? You
never.
Website?
No, I never looked at that. What was it like? Faces of Death on the internet?
Yes. No, it was like Faces of Death. Like there was aspect of humor to it.
New Jersey says, I remember the hand inside the meat grinder the most.
Oh yeah.
JP.
Why
Shout
did
out.
you look at that? Gotcha.
Unspeakable tableau.
Remember the chainsaw guy? The most. There was somebody who was trying to climb over a fence and they got caught. I remember that. I thought, whoops, I shouldn't climb over fences. And maybe they fell on it.
I have a pretty good scar that starts here and goes all the way up here.
Because you didn't look at Rotten.com. I feel like Rotten.com is like an instructional guide for like bad people to know their limits.
Oh, it was like a cautionary tale.
Maybe not intentionally, but I think some of us used it.
Walked away
Mm.
thinking, oh, maybe I should tone it down a little bit.
I shouldn't run across the train tracks. I want to. I'm not going to. I've been looking at Rotten.com. I shouldn't put my feet up on the dashboard while somebody else is driving. As a passenger, I put my feet under. That's Rotten.com.
Does it exist anymore?
Hell no, that shit got taken down long ago. So like legally, like it's legally no. That's illegal. That is a big no. I don't think we should even talk about it. Are you gonna hit me?
No.
Oh, I love legality on the internet. That's a fun topic. Sorry, I got cheese in my throat.
It's a hot topic.
It's a hot topic.
Pertinent to tonight's interview, I'd say, right?
I would say so.
Yeah.
I remember the Wild West. The internet used to be fun. Now it's... I'm not even allowed on YouTube.
No, you're not. I know.
This is like illegal.
We're smuggling you in the back door, sneaking you into the show.
Does anyone in the audience have good stories about being banned?
I don't
Hello?
know. Banned for life.
I think it's hot.
So where are you showing your stuff at all? Are you showing your stuff at all? Picarto?
Yeah.
Cathode? Twitch?
Yeah. Actually, I want to move more live stuff so I can get away from the internet because the internet is unwelcoming.
Yeah.
We need to not be here. We need to get off the internet. We need to be bad in real life.
Yeah.
Now. Right now.
Yeah,
All of us.
all of us. Every single one of us watching this.
Even my cat, I would let him outside and let him, you can sell Nikes on the corner for all I care. Go
Oh
ahead.
yeah.
Mm.
This is a call out to everyone watching. It's time to go out and be bad in the real world.
Come on.
It's time to go out and do bad and be bad.
Be sexy or not?
Be sexy if you can. And I know you can.
You can be sexy.
Go out into the day, the blinding light of the sun.
Oh, no. Don't tell them that.
And just be sexy.
Wait. Just wait till the sun goes down.
Take my advice, or Chrissy's. Take Chrissy's advice. It's fine. It's up to you. I mean,
Choose your advice.
choose your route. A sudden laden enjoyment, or by the light of the moon. The choice is yours. But yeah, the point is fucking go out and do bad things and be bad. Do it now.
Yeah, do it now because it's very important.
It is.
Please do illegal things now. My FBI agent loves me. Jesus Christ. I can't imagine how entertained they are.
Yep, typing away. Oh.
Yeah. I'm
Did
so
you hear that?
laughing and pee in their pants. I just want to make my FBI agent pee their pants.
Soil their dickies.
Yeah. Have fun, brother. One day we'll meet. Maybe that's a dating game.
Yeah, jeez. Do you have a like a guardian angel figure who's looking out for your well-being?
I must. It's none of my business.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Good answer.
It doesn't matter either way.
Yeah.
Here we are.
Mm-hmm.
They're either doing a good job or they don't exist. Thank you. Or not. I don't know. Do you think you have a guardian angel?
Yes. Something like that.
Mm.
I don't know if it's so Hollywood, but wait, you tricked me. I'm not supposed to answer questions.
I don't know.
I'm slipping.
I feel like we're entering a new territory.
The show has flipped. We're going in reverse from here on out.
I am Jeremy.
My name is Chrissy Jones. I am Hot Duck. This is cherry tart juice.
Yum. I feel like there is a presence inside of me that it feels like an orange trash bag.
Like a hazmat, like a biomedical waste bag.
Yeah, I feel like there's a biomedical waste bag that is my literal holy guardian angel inside of me.
That's pretty durable material. And specially effective. Industrial grade.
Collects.
We got a question from the chat. Well, Chrissy, what's your opinion on the movie City of Angels?
Who asked me that? How do you know me?
JP, the homie JP from New Jersey.
What are you talking about? What City of Angels? What are you talking about? Hold on. What is City of Angels movie? There's like 10 of them.
City of Angels is a 1998 movie directed by Brad Silberling, starring Meg Ryan, Nicolas Cage, and Andre Braugher.
This is what you're asking me?
Straight up.
I've never seen it. I saw the other one that's called Meet Joe Black, which is the same movie. So I like that one better.
Is that the one with Matthew McConaughey?
Meet Joe Black is Brad Pitt.
Oh, I'm confused.
Brad Pitt is death, and he comes for this lady's rich daddy, and then she's like, I love you, don't take my daddy. And
Mm.
Brad Pitt's like, look, I'm just gonna take off my shirt, and she's like, and then daddy's like, can you like give me a little more time? And he's like, yeah, no problem, dude, because your daughter's hot. So then that's the movie. And then there's an ending. I won't spoil the ending. I want to, but I won't. I don't want to.
True professional. We got a question from New York City. Did you meet Joe?
The hell? Kind of.
That's Marilee would like to know.
Oh.
Did you meet Joe? Gives you some insight into the condition that the audience is in right now.
I'm sweating uncontrollably. My pants are going to pop. I am a walking Hindenburg disaster in latex, and I'm scared. Yes, I've met Joe. Wonderful.
Joe Black.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been there.
Is that too sensitive a topic, or is that something we could talk about?
What, meeting death?
Yeah, or like an ODB, an NDB. No, near death experience. NDE. Jesus Christ.
He really said ODB.
Have you ever had an ODB?
Yes. I don't know, you just leave your body for a little while and then you come back because you're not done. It's me being me, I can't die.
Right, yeah.
So I'm like, oh great, and I'm like, fuck, back again.
Yeah, not done. Not done. Was there like a silken etheric cord connecting your spirit to your body, or were you even aware of that at all?
Absolutely no cord.
No cord.
Just floating around.
Yeah.
Like goddamn cornflake in a cereal bowl.
Utterly disincorporated. A cornflake in a cereal bowl you were.
That's my ODB.
That's your ODB.
A cornflake in a cereal bowl. A cornflake in a cereal bowl. I could pee myself because I'm wearing latex.
Bro, I know. I should put my fucking...
This is like a big diaper, honestly.
Oh, man.
I'm wearing a big diaper.
Shit.
Get some coffee, folks. We're going to be here for at least 6 more hours.
6 more hours, folks. We got a few segments coming up at the top of the hour.
Are they bored? No.
I don't know, man.
Are they here?
The ratings are sky high. It's unreal.
They're wondering why this is happening.
We got a comparison from Gary in Richmond. He said this is like the last set of a long noise fest at 5:30 a.m. Which is true. And I like when this show turns into noise. Honestly, I love it. Big fan.
This is like stupid Chrissy.
Getting there.
It kind of is.
Another threshold is passed.
Oh, ODPs. So I've had these moments where, like, I should be dead now. You know,
Yeah, you have.
you have too.
I have. Yeah, I guess so.
I think about it all the time. I'm like, did I die back then? And I'm just here.
Oh, yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. I definitely, yeah, I've been dead since 1996, I think.
We're just here.
Yes, just happening.
You're all here too. We can't die.
No.
Best of luck. I forget. Do you know Gary has the best YouTube channel in all of YouTube, besides this one?
No.
Ask him.
Gary, what's up with your YouTube channel, man?
You think I don't know? I know everything.
Oh, hell yeah, the homie Jack. In the chats.
Hey, Jack.
This is a good test to see how long it takes, the latency between asking a question and getting a reply. It's taking quite a while. Oh, he steals people's music. There's a theme tonight's broadcast.
Think I don't know.
What up, Jack? Shout out Midwest viewers. Shout out my attorney, George. It was wonderful meeting you today. He's going to make my will.
Be calling you soon.
Be calling you on the phone.
Yeah.
As soon as the sun comes up.
What about the audience? Have you had an old near death experience? Oh, I'm confused.
Anyone out there have an experience where they were able to watch their living body from outside their body without the filter of your organs of perception, namely like your eyes and your ears?
Yeah,
what was it like? What did it look like? What did it feel like? Was your brain still active? Were you drawing associations? You know, were you
cute?
Were you cute?
Yeah, I'm cute.
Were you horrific?
Coming back.
Were you a monster?
Coming back. I'm cute. I'm coming back. I don't look too good.
What did color look like? What spectrums could you see that human eyes can't see?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, we got a request to shout out the terrifying incessant snoring in the background, the EVP of a ghost breathing. So shout out to the EVP of the ghost taking a nap.
I think it might be the vent that's right behind the computer.
Oh yeah, it definitely is.
It's just it's just architecture, baby.
No doubt. Foibles of modern living. I've lost 9 lives, but a few along the way, says Gary in Richmond. A few along the way. So there you go. Country singer at heart.
What?
The heart of a country singer.
Damn. I feel like that's a cat food ingredient. Anyway,
What is what place does illustration take in your like daily life practice? Is it something that you do only when the fancy strikes, or is it something that you're still disciplined about in practicing?
I do it when the fancy strikes, and I do it when the rent strikes.
Oh, word.
I need money, and it's a really easy way to make money. Sorry.
Folks, I'm wearing a 1-800 Hot Duck t-shirt as we speak.
I will do that.
Go ahead and buy one.
These little hands. My hands are as small as, this is an olive, and this is my hand.
Chrissy drew this,
It's
designed it.
small. Like my thumb is as big as a small olive, and somehow I drew that.
You can go ahead and order the t-shirt
Figure it
from
out.
her. Yep, find her. Google that shit, bro.
I love the internet. I also don't.
Yeah.
The thing about knowing how to draw is it applies to everything that I do. So the way that I make videos is pretty much exactly how I draw. I flatten an image. I have an idea in my head, and I go, oh, that's a crazy idea. To have like a surgery scene. How do I make an open chest surgery video? It's just a 2-dimensional image. You just have to figure it out. It's not that hard.
Hmm.
You just gotta be a little clever.
We got a message question from the audience. It says, what are your fave tumblers?
Oh, thank you. I love this question.
This is from Merrily in New York City.
Oh, Mary, you know me so well. First of all, Mary has a great Tumblr. I forget what it's called. I just call it Mary's Tumblr. Let's look. I feel like my cat just took a shit outside of my room because he's mad that he's not allowed in, and it smells really bad all of a sudden. One thing is, if he came in, he would jump on the camera and attack all of you. None of us want that. There's a Tumblr called I Love You Darling. Ya Darling. I Love You Darling. That's one of my favorites. Found photographs from mostly eBay, it seems. And they're absolutely gorgeous. Such a good eye. Let's see. There's a lot of bullshit on here. Let me go to my thing. You know, it used to be good. Evil Comics with an X. That's exactly what it is. Foster Care is legendary. That's one of my favorites of all times. And he's been shut down like 24 times. And he comes back. What a legend. Booze and Broads. Exactly what you think it is. Vulture You Can Eat. Just good. And one more. The North Ship. The North Ship. which is hot fetish photos. The end. Thank you.
Bravo.
Yay! I love that question.
Excellent question. Thank you, viewer.
I love you, Marilee. Thank you. You made my night.
Shout out, Marilee.
We love you.
Great set last night.
Always. Wish I was there. I wish I could get punched in the crotch at a hardcore show. Like, would literally pay money for that. Just punch me right in the face. Knock my ear nerve right back into place, you know? Let's give it a shot.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Surgical.
Yeah. What's that? Wow, we're still here. Mm. My favorite kind of questions are, what are your favorite questions?
Oh, cool.
Those are like you're not supposed to ask those.
Yeah, totally. I feel like people don't react super well, but maybe it's because most people don't have favorites, but maybe you do. So what's your favorite televised opera?
Mm-hmm. Robert Wilson. What the fuck is it called? Deaf Man Glance. It's not an opera. I just felt like saying that. It's just my favorite televised performance.
Program.
For opera, Bluebeard.
Yeah,
I sent it to you.
that was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know things could be that good.
They most certainly can.
I was shocked.
That's how I feel about that Ministry video. I got mad because things could be good and they're just like that.
Oh yeah.
That was my point.
I remember when Roby was on the show and you were in the chats and you said, I like when things are good. Or you said, I love when things are good. And I was like, oh, that's cool. Gary in Richmond asks, what are your favorite cartoons?
The Miss Piggy. I don't know how to answer questions anymore. I'm sorry. It's like not an answer.
Miss Piggy.
What's the one with the teddy bear? And they're like, good, and there goes Akira.
Oh, yeah, that's fucking good.
And they're like, go, and they're vroom, vroom, vroom.
Yeah, they're like, "Ah!"
The void.
Shouting.
That one's crazy.
That's so crazy. There's so many ideas in that movie.
That's perfect. Akira, perfect.
Akira is the best cartoon.
That's kind of a basic question answer. Sorry.
Sometimes the best is very well known.
True.
Sade, for example.
I like Betty Boop.
Betty Boop.
That's it.
Do you enjoy computer animation?
No.
We have a question from chat. It's current. What's your current favorite reality TV?
Is that still a thing?
I don't know. They said that they're stuck on Love Island, Australia.
Oh. My well, I will not do current because I don't know if there's anything currently for reality TV. It's not really a thing anymore.
Huh.
I just watched Pam and Tommy, the whole thing, and I loved it.
Was it a series or a movie?
It was a series.
Oh,
So I don't think there's any more reality TV, but Pam and Tommy's really good. I would watch it. But the best reality TV is Naked and Afraid, hands down. Also, I think it's called Infested. Hilarious. And all the ghost shows. Paranormal Witness. Paranormal State. I like the fake ones. Haunted on Netflix.
Haunted.
That one's wackadoo.
Shout out Living with Fruit Flies for the question.
Oh no. Oh.
We're looking at record ratings right now.
There's thousands of people wondering why they're here.
Here, let me go get some of your art. I'll be right back.
Oh. Well, here we are again. I don't know if I have anything to say anymore.
Tonight's episode of Check Out This Pic, we got some drawings. These prints are available for sale from time to time. They do sell out. Am I mistaken in saying
Oh,
that?
they definitely do. And guess who's too lazy to make more? Me. Oh, yeah.
These are examples of Chrissy's illustrations, which I'm sure everyone who's watching is familiar with.
I like to draw. So fun. I love that haircut. Too bad I can never wear it.
You have curly hair naturally,
Yeah.
and that makes it impossible to have that sort of bob.
No, it looks really bad.
Is that a bob?
Pornography.
Yeah, it's fine. It's okay.
Oh, watch out. Ooh, watch out. That's pornography. Oh.
Oh, that's okay. It's late. It's almost midnight.
Ooh, after dark.
After dark, folks.
You know who?
NSFW.
Do you know who owns the original for that one?
Eric?
Oh, yeah.
He's got it hanging in his living room.
That's the wrong way, Jeremy. Okay. Well, okay.
It's animated now.
That's horrifying.
I'm sorry.
I love anatomy. Wow.
Are originals available for sale to your fans?
For the love of God, please buy them. Help me. I have them. They're right here. If you want them, just let me know. I'll send them tomorrow.
Support the arts, folks.
Yeah.
Reach out.
You can rent them if you want.
Reach out and pay someone. Gary, to answer your question, no, those were not laminated. They are in protective plastic baggies with a cardboard backing or a thick cardboard chip.
Them, Gary. I put them on a mat board and then I put a little Mylar bag over it. So it's cute. Laminated. JK. I have to smoke CBD now so I don't fall over.
All day, every day?
Like I am like constantly falling and throwing up now. It's kind of funny.
Marilee's giving you a shout out for the North Ship tip.
Yeah, that's good, right? Mm-hmm.
New York, Philadelphia, Providence. Triangle.
I love each and every city of those three. The rest,
Take
it's
or leave.
yeah.
Who is your favorite disco singer?
Donna Summer. The end. I really like Patty Brooks, Corey Day, Thelma Houston. Uh, who's the Gloria Gaynor? Cheryl somebody. She's great. Starlove. She sang Starlove. Shaka Khan.
Do you love Shaka Khan?
Shaka Khan is my favorite singer of all time. I'm completely obsessed with Shaka Khan.
Yeah.
I cannot even imagine how anyone can sing like that. And she's completely insane. She was on a tour in like 85, 86, and she sang so hard and did so much cocaine that she tore her vocal cords to shreds. I love it. She's incredible. How can anyone live so hard? What's the lady who died? She got conked on the head with a frame and died. Rick James and Tina Marie. Tina Marie is a great singer. Although she's a great singer. Yeah. Sometimes she sounds batshit crazy when she's singing live. And you're just like, what the heck? Is this good? I don't even know what the hell I'm hearing right now, but okay. And Whitney Houston is the greatest singer of all time. The end.
The end.
Mm-hmm. Order in the court.
Chrissy, I think I'm gonna go to sleep.
Why are those cans stacked up like that?
Yeah, I just wanted to show the cans.
Look, it's midnight. We've been here for, I feel like this is the longest show.
3.5 hours. Pretty good.
I have nothing else to say. I have so much CBD in my system. It could knock out a family of horses on Assateague Island. Could put them all to sleep. Does anybody else want to say anything? Audience, is it time to go? I ran out of cheese. I juice. And that's it. You've learned nothing about me.
Not even where to find her art online or how to... Oh, Gary's begging that we stop. We have to set these people free. It's up to us to free our friends.
I don't feel like it.
Yeah, what
Yeah. Ha 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 ha. They're not talking.
The viewers?
They hate this.
I mean, they're not tuning out either, which is amazing.
Why?
I don't know. They're showering us with praise.
Thank you.
Thank you for tuning in. I do enjoy it, actually. The structure that doing this program every week affords me is deeply, deeply anchoring and comforting. And I want to thank you all for participating as spectators and guests. Chrissy, thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me. No one ever talks to me. It's nice. Well,
one of the things that is cool about the show is that I think I'll be able to talk to more people and follow up, because there's a bunch of stuff I want to talk to people about that I don't want to talk about on the internet. So and now that I'm going to be engaging in nightlife again, be communicating with people.
Jeremy, do you have any good outfits?
Stone sober. Well, I've got these two 1-800 Hot Duck t-shirts that I've owned. Oh, you mean for the night clothing?
Yeah, I mean that is night clothing. I hope.
I went out last night and I was wearing a Carhartt coat, and I can tell the story because it's midnight and the interview's over and this isn't the show anymore. So
yeah, you can go now. We're just hanging out.
and I had some green pants on and a green sweatshirt, so my entire outfit was green. And Carlos was there, and he had a green sweatshirt on, I think, or it was blue. So yeah. But I felt like I needed to step up my game. So before I go into the blinding light of the sun tomorrow morning, I have to get some sexy situation together.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm at a loss. Like, I'm not really in tune with male sexuality. Like what is undeniably fetching sometimes. So, but there was this one time I was at a New Year's Eve party and this dude just grabbed me. And that was cool because he was so strong. He was like so strong that I couldn't like break out of his like arms.
Oh my god.
And I was like, oh, this is cool.
I love that.
Yeah.
Hot.
So maybe I'll try to think about that. Like a cage. Like, you know, those characters, I think it was in Beastmaster where they come out of the swamp and like you get too close and they have like these wings.
Mm.
You remember that movie?
Yeah.
It's fucking terrifying when I was a kid.
You liked it though.
Yeah, that kind of shit.
I feel like everything that I was scared of as a child makes me horny now.
Yeah.
God bless psychiatry.
Yeah, there was this movie, I think it was called like Last Night on Earth or something like that, or like The Comet Over Earth or something. It was an 80s movie. And there was this really freaky scene that scared the fucking shit out of me when I was a kid, where they walk in and there's like all these people like tied up and there's like hoses going in their mouths and stuff. And there's like a little sign hand painted that says like, this one's going to see Santa. And I remember watching the shit and just being like fucking so deeply like violated as a child, you know? Night of the Comet, thanks, Gary. And then I've watched it again like, 3 or 4 years ago, and the scene is extremely chill and mellow and there's nothing terrifying about it. But it definitely left a mark as far as like watching people like wrapped in plastic and like writhing around with tubes going out of their mouths. Going to see Santa Claus.
Well, it's a new Lazy Mag video in works.
There you go. Yeah. Again, wouldn't be too dissimilar from some Nine Inch Nails stuff, but I mean, you know what they say about great artists steal, etc. What do you think about that Stone Temple Pilots video? That's just like, it's like really, like the white balance is really off, and they look really grimy, and it's just like the editing is strange.
Are you asking me about Wicked Garden? Do you know I have like when that was? Can we talk about that?
Yeah, please.
Yeah, Wicked Garden was like a life-changing experience for me. I grew up in one of the places where I grew up was an apartment that was a crack house. Before I lived there. When I moved in, it just had the vibes were way off. And there was one time where I was alone in the house, and I was very young, and I was in my dad's area, like by his bed, and I was listening to the headphones. I was listening to the radio, listening to Wicked Garden on the radio. And I was just like, I love Wicked Garden, I'm sitting there, I love Stone Temple Pilots, my favorite band. And all of a sudden I felt this like crazy presence in the room. And the song was getting louder and louder, and it felt like something was trying to enter my body. And then I was like, Jesus Christ, it's this song. The song's evil. And then I turned it off, and I told my sister, and we had to go to church. And we were trying like crazy to bless the house or try and do something. But then I thought about it, and I was like, I don't know, I kind of wanted to come back. So I would listen to that song obsessively and just love that song. It's one of my favorite songs. I probably listened to it like 4,000 times. I'm not even kidding.
Have you ever been able to re-experience that, like that spirit entering you? Good song though.
Oh, it's so hot. Stone Temple Pilots.
Great band, actually.
I love them. I think one of my favorite bands.
Yeah, I love that band.
Oh, so many good memories. Yep. Time to go.
For those of you just tuning in, we're here with Chrissy.
Don't talk to them.
Ooh.
What's fucked up is this is going to be online forever.
You know it. You know it.
I can't imagine somebody listening or watching this whole thing in the future.
No, there's no way. It's vandalism. I mean, this is graffiti, essentially.
Yeah. this far in the future and you're still listening, can you let me know? Because I'm pretty sure you're a terrorist.
That's the free t-shirt giveaway. If you can send a screenshot of me doing this to Chrissy in the year 20 something,
Hold on.
then you get a free t-shirt. Booyah. Shirts available to the intrepid
If you're in the future,
consumer.
the first person, oh, I gotta put my butt in it. The first person to send me a screenshot of my butt and the shirt,
There you go, yeah.
you can have. But only in the future.
Yeah.
If you're
yeah.
still watching now, you're fucked. But I'll put this on the side for any terrorist. I'm gonna try not to get it dirty, but I will. Not be successful.
Marilee says this episode is beginning to feel like a church lock-in.
We're never stopping.
No.
I want to leave too,
Yeah.
but like we're not going to do that.
No. No. There's even a button that says exit.
Yeah, I know.
Can't push it.
Well, that's that.
Yep.
Okay, everybody. It was so nice to be here. Thank you so much, Jeremy, for having me on the show. Thank you, audience, for watching. I feel like I'm no longer welcomed here. I have experienced this feeling a few times before. I think I have to go. Bye. That's not gonna work, is it?
No, you didn't get kicked out. It's not going to work. It's not the way out. Sorry.
I'm trying so hard. Is this hell?
I don't know. I think you're going to have to try something else. Here, let me try it. Well, folks, thanks for tuning in. We're almost at the end. Chrissy, I want to thank you for coming on the show tonight.
Mm-hmm.
And put on my pajamas.
That works. Well, thanks everybody. Well, I look cross-eyed. But I gotta go.
Folks, I do want to thank you for tuning in, and to all the brave souls who are still watching, I salute you. You are among the very elite of the freaks, and I can't wait to make love to you in the future. Until then, I'll see you next week. Farewell.